Okay. We should be live now. Yeah, let me see if I can already start like this. Yeah, I can. So let's just set some things up. Hello everyone, welcome. I don't see any comments up until this point, but YouTube shows me that there are people here apparently. So I'm not going to start talking about like any like interesting topics just yet. Oh yeah, welcome to the stream, Arma. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. We're not going to start talking about some interesting topics just yet. Welcome, Bumblebee. But yeah, Sun unfortunately won't be able to participate, so he asked me to say hi to Hibari, so we're doing that. And I also wanted to do something else to honor him, you could say. Let me see if I have it. Nurse. Okay. No, oh, but maybe that's a accessory? Well, but we don't have any, so we'll just have to be this for now. Let me... Yeah, no, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good at all. We're gonna have to change the lingerie too. God, these are all so ugly. Yeah, I'm doing pretty fine. Yeah, perfect. To honor him, we're going to have Asuka wear the nun outfit, and whenever we can buy the like head covering, I don't remember the name, the habit, I think. We're going to do that. So yeah, those are the things we're going to do for his sake. And yeah, I'm pretty alright. It's just that, like, I got distracted and had to do, like, a million things last minute, you know? But yeah, I'm pretty alright. Nothing really bad happened. It's just, me being a dumbass and having to do things on the rush, you know? Anyway, let me just check something here. Oh, damn, okay. So yeah, we already did all the Shinobi Girls' hearts. So we're going to go to the Shinobi Girls' codes, the rest of the story. And then I'm going to ask you guys which academy to do next, and we're going to do that. I have some announcements to make, but I think it's better to do them after stream on the community, so I'll leave these for now. Anyway, have to think of the underpaid Japanese man responsible for this. Some people had to work on a team and work on this game. Obscure application. Anyway, what's your point exactly, Arma? Where should I Should I start commenting on this? No, I'm going to go to the story first. It's been quite some time, Hibari. Haruka. Oh dear, what's wrong? Are you about to cry? I heard you're a renegade now. Are you doing okay? Oh, but there is one announcement I'm going to need to make for the stream later. Well enough, as you can see. But what about you? Nothing, it's just funny to think about. Some dudes feeding their families relying on their ability to create these jiggle physics. I mean, yeah, it's funny to think about, yeah. Not doing so well. Oh, why is that? So clumsy, I keep on making mistakes. The same old Hibari. Don't be so hard on yourself. Even if you do slip up every once in a while, isn't everyone happy to help you? Yeah, but I imagine she wants to rely a bit more on herself, you know? So I get the issue. Just between you and me, I don't like it. I don't like being helped all the time. It's not just here in Hanzo, my family does it too. They're way too nice to me. Oh, hello Greek 1237, welcome. It's all because of my eyes. I wish I didn't have these stupid eyes. It's all their fault. What do you mean? Something wrong with your eyes? Time for the tragic backstory. My house comes from a long line of shinobi. More great ancestors than I can even remember. Since the Warring States period, my house has been in service to this country. Myself, I never wanted to be a shinobi, not out of some sense of rebellion or anything like that. It's just that all my brothers and sisters have always been so much smarter and stronger than I am. Her eyes are great, Greek, but it's just that they have a special ability. It works just like in Naruto, or in Fate. Like, some people in Senrankagura are just born with special eye abilities, and Hibari is one of them. It's just that she can't control her eye abilities, but they're incredibly powerful. Compared to them, I've always been a klutz. No matter what I try, I just keep making mistakes. So I thought someone else in the family would carry out on our line of shinobi. And everyone was happy that way. My family was always nice to me, even when I made mistakes. All their sweetness towards me spoiled me for years. But there was one thing I worried about. None of my brothers or sisters got the mark of Kagan in their eyes. Kagan, a special mystic eye that only occurs in members of the House Hibari, appears around puberty as a flower shaping the eye. Okay, good of them to explain here. So she can become Shiki? No, her eyes... If I remember correctly, her eye ability is mind control. Hello Big Pew, welcome. And yeah, since there are enough people here, I think I should, make the announcements now. I want to test something out for this stream. I know I already said that for other streams, but I really think that despite how much my head hurts during that particular stream, I think that stream were that Cry of Fear stream that we did on Sunday, remember? I think that flowed pretty well. So what I'm going to try to do is, instead of getting caught up with the comments, I'm going to, for this stream, test only reading the ones I can, the ones that appear on the screen as soon as I turn my eyes to them. Okay? I won't be getting caught up. And there are some people who they start demanding that I read their messages whenever I do that. And so please, I'd be thankful if you guys could warn these people that I'm trying something different, you know? It's not that I'm ignoring them, it's just that I'm trying something different. So yeah, I'd really appreciate if you guys could like tell that to the people who come later. Good, always becoming a conventional streamer. It's just that sometimes I feel like... How do I explain this? I like reading all the messages, but sometimes I feel like the streams just flow better if I don't. It's not that I'm going to abandon that style, at least not for now, but I just want to try a new one, especially because some streams have begun getting more and more people, and so it's a style that I think will be like not only better but needed from like now on, you know? Anyway, Mystic Eyes? Bro, that's Medusa. Well, no, not that either. Yeah, she hypnotized the scientist one. I forgot her name once. Haruka. Yeah, that stream was lit. Oh, you're becoming a conventional streamer. Oh, she ignored me. You're playing a game and messages fly by, you missed them. Fair. I mean, that's fair. Though the conversations some older comments start are fun. Though it's all about traders. Exactly. Okay, with that said, let's move on. Kagan appears in the eyes as a flower shape. Those who have it can control people's minds with a power called the Mystic Eye. God, it's not even just a classification, it's just the Mystic Eye. Amazing. Each generation of my ancestors use that power in their work as shinobi. In short, Kagan makes the heir, marks the heir to our family legacy. No one's born with Kagan, it appears around puberty. But each of my siblings passed through junior high school without it. Oh, trade-offs, okay. And I was the only one left. Then, in the spring of my last year at junior high school, Kagan appeared in my eyes. Immediately, my whole extended family crowded together in my living room to see it. They applauded, every single one of them, and I hated it. I wanted at least one person to say, why did it have to be her? My brothers and sisters trained so hard to be shinobi, they had every right to complain, but they never did. Me, I'd been thinking about running a cake shop, so of course I got the Kagan. It couldn't have gone to my brothers or sisters, who devoted their whole lives to earning it. If I were one of them, I could have never accepted that, so why were they so happy? Oh yeah, another thing, I don't know if they're going to, like, necessarily introduce that. It's kind of implied already, but I'm just going to make it very clear. And I think Big Pew already know that, but while she can't control her the power of her eyes, and like every time they like fully activate is more on accident, like by themselves, her eyes have like already some kind of subconscious influence on people. So like she doesn't even need to use them. Just by her having them, it already makes people naturally like treat her better, you know? So that explains why like none of them were unhappy about that. Anyway, moving on. That's how my family always been. Even when I, of all people, practically stole the family legacy from everyone else who deserved it more, they were happy with me. They're too kind, they're too nice. Because I had the Kagan, I had to start training as a shinobi. I got a late start and had to learn from the very basics. Of course, my brothers and sisters were happy to teach me over and over. No matter how often I tripped up or how much they had to repeat, no one ever complained. They just kept on explaining until I more or less got the gist of it. Finally, I entered Hanzo Academy, but my situation hasn't changed at all. My friends still accept me, no matter how many mistakes I make or how much trouble I cause. I can't take it anymore. I want them to get angry, to scold me when I make a mistake. Why does no one ever do that to me? It's so easy to get angry. One day it came to me. Maybe I'm using the Kagan's power and controlling them without even knowing. This is going to be a major thing in her arc, that she's going to be, like, sold out for herself, and, like, that she's going to think, oh, everyone just likes me because the eyes, but, like, the eyes just exert an influence. They can't just make people love her. It just makes the people who do love her, like, treat her better, you know? Oh, hello, Evil Bookman, welcome. Anyway. Arma, what do you think about Gessen? I think they're mid-fodder. All the new schools introduced in this game are fodder. Oi! Hey, come on, like, they're powerful in their own right, like, come on. Maybe I should think of new names for them. Yumi can be Asuka victim number 1. They're so massive still. What are you talking about, Arma? I have a good idea, but I still want you to, like, elaborate. I actually didn't know that. Spoilers, thanks a lot, Owe. You're welcome. If that's the case, then that will explain why everyone's being nice to me. That's true, and I can't turn it off, then I'll never be on the same level as anyone else I meet. But that means, can never make real friends. Yeah, and that's the gist of it. I see. I heard a thing or two about Kagan back in the old days of Habijo. So, what's the problem? What do you mean, what's the problem? You really believe the only reason people are kind and patient with you is because your power forces them to be? Yeah. Oh, how can anyone be so unaware? Huh? Kagan isn't strong enough to change everyone's behavior all the time, you know that. You know that, right? Well, I guess, but Hibari, listen carefully. Everyone likes you because you're so charming. I'm charming? Very, and you should be confident about that. People see how hard you try to improve. It's endearing, they love it. But if that isn't enough to make you happy, then keep training. Grow capable enough that you won't make as many mistakes. And I'd be delighted to help you. You're right, I'll do my best. Thank you for helping me, Haruka. Then I thought this was going to be a whole arc. I remembered it being a whole arc. No, it was resolved in like 5 minutes. Fucking less, it was resolved in a minute. Wait, what the fuck did I just... Yeah, okay, and that's the button. I feel like this is one of those missions where I'll need to use like Frenzy or Frantic. I don't remember exactly the name in order to pass, since it's a time like attack mission. While I do that though, since there are enough people here, let's start talking about something. Okay. I don't have like the infinites, like Big Pew, I'm sorry. I can only do this with Hibari. Like Hibari is the only one that is like easy enough to perform the infinite with that I can use. No, I didn't get that achievement, I don't think. What did I want to say? Oh yeah. I'm going to talk more about this in the actual announcement I'm going to make on the community posts. But, like, I'm really frustrated because, like, for the most part, you can't do, like, that argument that people like to make of, oh, why is X female character dressing in such skimpy clothing, like, to battle for, like, Nikkei, right? because all the girls there are like robots, you know? So, some of these people have begun, like, doing the argument for the commanders. Because, like, the commanders are human, right? But they still don't wear armor to battle in Nikkei. They wear their normal, like, oh, hello, Genérico Jerônimo, welcome. They wear their normal, like, military uniform, like, their formal clothes to battle. And a lot of people say, like, oh, why don't the commanders, at least, since they're human, wear armor? Like, and they just make that same argument for, like, the commanders now, you know? And it's really frustrating because if you know anything about, like, Nikkei lore, you know why. It's because, like, a lot of times, even Nikkei's bodies, which are already, like, more resistant than any armor, right? Even they, like, struggle to, like, tank the attacks of raptures because they're so powerful. So, like, what the... Yeah, I'm going to have to retry this mission and use, like, yeah. Hey, wait. Oh, no, this is a survival. I'm just supposed to survive for, like, 3 minutes. Okay. Okay. And yeah, I'll at least try the infinite with Asuka on the final battle. But, what was I going to talk about? Oh, yeah. But that argument doesn't work because... Wait, I already went over the... Yeah, okay. Okay. So, if Nikkei's bodies already struggle to, like, endure, like, Rapture's attacks, like, what do you think would happen if, like, a commander, like, even with the most advanced type of, like, body armor, tried to do so? Like, to even be able to survive a graze shot from, like, a rapture, like, commanders would have to pretty much reinforce their whole bodies with, like, Nikkei implants, right? And even then, they would have to not only reinforce their whole bodies with, like, Nikkei implants, but, like, have fully, like, equipped armors made of, completely made out of, like, the same material that Nikkeis are made of, which is Godesian, which, yeah, I do know that's a shitty name. But you get my point, right? Like, for a commander to resist even the, like, weakest rapture attack, they will need to reinforce their bodies and wear armor so advanced and heavy that, like, it wouldn't, like, it would just, harm them. It would just, like, get in the way. So it really just doesn't make sense if you think about it for, like, even a couple of minutes, you know? If you actually know the lore. Which is why it's so frustrating to me to see those, oh no, why don't they wear armor? Like, why should they, you know? Like, even if they wear, like, the most powerful armor in the setting, with the most powerful implants, it would be a miracle if they even survived the grazing shot from a rapture. Like, it really... it's a lot of those cases where people just want things to like look like they make sense, but like they don't want them to actually make sense. It's that kind of thing, which is why it frustrates me a bit. But anyway, yay, I beat Haruka. Well done, Hibari, and you mastered that ultimate secret ninja art of yours, haven't you? Your powers are wonderful, but they're not who you are. Remember to be yourself. Thank you, Haruka. My pleasure. Now, who's the poor little thing who has to fight you? Well, her name is Minori, and she's kind of like a big child. Oh dear. A child by your standards? Her name is Minori, you say? That even sounds cutesy. Yeah, she likes playing tag and hide and seek. And this isn't an actual child you're fighting against. God, yeah, Minori is just like Opai Loli to the max. Like, it really is just like a 6-year-old in a 16-year-old's body, you know? Anyway. It's kinda like Alice from Nikkei in that sense too. Suddenly I fear for the future of our nation. Don't worry, she hasn't got a chance this time. I'll take her down no matter what her game is. Shinobi battles, freeze tag, regular tag. Right, good luck with that. Yeah, I don't think that's what like Haruka is worried about, Hibari. I don't have it either, lol. I dropped the infinite too eventually. And that's every character, and that's fair, every character has such a different timing for the infinites. Oh, the infinite, okay. The command don't wear armor to farm aura, so, also because they're suicidal, duh. Hold the block button while you do, since you might get lucky and get a parry. Well, unless your hands cramp. By the way, Hibari and Asuka's outfit actually looks really good. It fits. But man, even funnier, she was actually 6. Yeah, but it wouldn't make sense with, like, her story. Oh, but that reminds me of something else, actually. You remember, like, how I said that... You remember how I said that, like, I played The Evil Within in a very weird way? Yeah, I also played some other games in weird ways too. Because of course I did, right? And the game I remember playing pretty... Yeah, there are 2 games I remember playing pretty weirdly. Those were like Doom Eternal and Devil May Cry 3, right? Okay, maids, kindergarten, cat ears, dog ears, headphones, magical girl, flower... Yeah, this is going to take a while. Anyway. And the reason I say that I played Doom Eternal in a weird way is because, like, in Doom Eternal, you're not supposed to, like, hoard the chainsaw ammo, right? You're, like, the chainsaw in, like, Doom 2016 acts as sort of a insta-kill attack. Like, you accumulate the ammo for it, the gasoline, essentially, and... like, if you have enough, you can one-shot some powerful enemies with the chainsaw, right? And like an insta-kill weapon, an insta-kill melee weapon is essentially how you're supposed to like use it in like Doom 2016. But it's not how I used it, you know? Oh god, it's a nurse's cap, god damn it. One sec. Yeah, but okay. Sorry. Let me get back to the story. Yeah. But in Doom Eternal, you're not supposed to use it like that anymore. Like, you're not supposed to use it like insta-kill attack anymore. In Doom Eternal, you have even like because the chainsaw, to explain it, has 3 like stacks of ammo, and you need like 3 to one-shot some of the more powerful demons, while the like 1 stack that you get and that regenerates with time in like Doom Eternal can only one-shot like the smaller demons, right? Yeah, I'm going to need a new like hairstyle for this. If not, it's going to look weird as hell. But where was I? Oh, yeah. So in Doom 2016, you're supposed to accumulate the chainsaw ammo in order to use it on the bigger demons. While in Eternal, that is kind of a bonus, because you're actually supposed to use that bit of regenerating chainsaw ammo to get some of the smaller demons with it. Because for those who don't know, in Doom 2016, you need to chainsaw enemies to have ammo. Like, there are very limited like ammo pickups in Doom. Like, the most common way you have of getting more ammo is by chainsawing your enemies, right? So that's kind of the gameplay loop you have to do. You have to use your ammo, then wait for the chainsaw to recharge, and then you like use it on a minor enemy, get your ammo back, and go back to the fight. So why do I say that I didn't get like why do I say that I played it weirdly? Because like I was still way too wired on like that mindset of the chainsaw is supposed to be for one-shotting enemies, right? I was way too into like that mindset, and I couldn't like just change it on the fly and adapt it to a new game. Yeah, that's perfect actually. Perfect. Okay, now we've honored Sun. So what I did is that I continue using the chainsaw for only the bigger enemies as kind of a insta-kill attack. But due to the way Doom Eternal is set up to encourage you to do exactly the gameplay loop I described, that means that I was constantly without ammo. So essentially I played Doom less like an action game and more like a survival horror. Like having to think about when to use like specific types of ammo, like to what enemies, and like having to conserve, etc. Getting like limited ammo pickups because I just refuse most of the time to use the tool that would actually give me the ammo that I needed to play it properly. And so I'd have to enter a stage and be like, oh no, there's going to be this big enemy, so I need to use that ammo for this big enemy, because I know that I'll have to like pretty much use the less powerful guns for the other enemies because I won't have ammo anymore, you know? So essentially because of the stubbornness of not wanting to like use the game mechanics as mandated, I ran around Doom Eternal playing it kinda like a survival horror with like limited ammo and having to conserve and strategize instead of an action game, simply because of how like set in my ways I was. And Big Pew is right, like that was fun, but like it's definitely not how you're supposed to play it. Anyway, what, were you some kind of chainsaw man? Why do her booba do that when you enter the store? Fan service. You can make her look like a stagehand if you buy a mouth mask and black ninja clothes. Gonna have to see how I can do that later. Doom Eternal made a chainsaw like the one in Gears of War work? Yeah, pretty much. That sounds fun though. Yeah, it was. But coming back to it. After this, I'll talk about how I play Devil May Cry 3, because it was also pretty non-standard. We haven't had a fight like this in a long time. Yeah, it definitely brings back memories. You've been keeping up with your training since then, I hope. Of course, I train with everybody else. That didn't help you with Miyabi. Hey, I was already trashed when Miyabi showed up. Yeah, they kinda jumped then. Doom no fear. Pretty much, yeah. Right. Oh, hello Andres Felipe, welcome. Real shinobi don't need excuses. Oh, well, how about you? You went at her from behind and still couldn't hit her. Well, I was going easy on her. Didn't want to win that way, you know? Just cause I'm evil doesn't mean I fight dirty. Aren't you literally like a ninja? Like, isn't that exactly how you should fight? But yeah, welcome to the stream, Andres. Oh my god, Generico Geronimo, you just fucking read my mind. Yes, that's exactly the case. I played DMC3 like Dark Souls. Like, that's exactly what I did. Right. Nice excuse, you must not be a real shinobi. Turn that on her real quick. No, really, you've been training hard? Who do you think you're talking to? There's no way I would miss a beat. Miss a beat. Not one day ever, huh? I don't know. I've gotta say, by the way, you have very nice skin. That took a weird turn. Okay, not sure where that came from, but thanks. No, I'm jealous. See, my skin is all scarred up from all the brutal training. Oh, that's the point. Oh, what? You think I'm soft? Got a battle scars too. Yeah, where are they? What, does Hanzo teach you how to make them invisible? On my butt. All my scars are on my butt. I can show it to you right now. Okay, that only brings up more questions though, Asuka. Like, why do you have battle scars on your butt? Also, of course, the internet's fucking up. Because why wouldn't it fuck up? Like, why would that not be the case? You know? Nothing to do but continue, I guess. What? I don't want to see your butt. Fine, then I guess you believe me. By the way, where are all your scars supposed to be? I guess being a renegade must really cut into your training schedule, huh? God, they're just bickering like siblings. I love it. I have that on my inner thighs. Oh, really? Show me. Cut it out, it's embarrassing. Alright, fine. Only one way to settle this. Better do your best, or you're just gonna get another scar on your butt. You worry about your butt, I got mine covered. Not for long. What is this dialogue, man? Bring it. Anyway, why are they making excuses for father? Fuck nah, dude. Dude, even in the tutorial you can skate using your enemies. Now I want to hear how you played it like Dark Souls. She got spankings from all her ops when she loses. Okay, time for real questions. First I'm going to answer Generico's question, then I'm going to answer yours. To explain how I played it like Dark Souls. Like, Devil May Cry 3 is, like, without a doubt, the hardest game in the original trilogy, right? Some say it's still the hardest game in the Devil May Cry, like, a series period. So, for a while, I tried to play it like I played the other games, like DMC 2 and especially DMC 1. Like, I tried to play it stylishly, I tried to, like, do all the combos and stuff like that. But, like, when the bosses showed up, like, and I saw, like, how much, like, absurd damage they did, especially, like, even with Devil Trigger, right? Like, even when I got Devil Trigger, the bosses kept hitting, like, super hard, and, like, they were super combo heavy, making them hard to dodge without a proper, like, dodge button. Like, I just couldn't style on them like I did with some other enemies, you know? So I began playing the game like Dark Souls, like do 1-3 hits like sword combo, then like use Trickster to, because Trickster has like, is the only one with an actual dodge button, the only style with an actual dodge button, right? So that's what I did, 3-hit combo, then into a dodge, then 3-hit combo into a dodge. I essentially played DMC3 like Dark Souls, because the game was so hard and I was so much of a noob that I needed to do that to survive. It was really lame, but like it was the only way I found to beat that game. So yeah, that's how I like played DMC or like Dark Souls, you know? For those of you who are curious. Which school do you think gets folded by John Smith first? Hebijo, no doubt. Like, I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about, like, Homura's Crimson Squad. I'm talking about, like, the actual, like, Hebijo school for this game, you know? Like, that school's pretty sorry. Like, out of all of them, I think that one is the weakest one. So yeah, all of them are getting folded by John Smith since he has that OP, like, anti-woman ability. But, like, if there's one school that's being folded, like, first, it's Hebijo. And yeah, Andres Felipe, I agree with like Big Pew. Like, if you want to start with Senrankagura, you like need to ask yourself first, like, do I have a 3DS or some kind of like emulator? Because if you do, you should start with the very first like Senrankagura game. But if you do not, then you should start with Shinobi Versus on like the PC. But Shinobi Versus doesn't have the best like controller support. No, sorry, keyboard and mouse support. So you should definitely use like a controller, or you should jump to the next game in the franchise, Steve-O Versus. It all depends on like your situations, your setup, what you do have, you know. Who's John Smith? He's the protagonist from like the FGO hentai that I reviewed a couple of days ago. So go watch that video and you understand. Oh, hello Akira, welcome. Oh yeah, the Burst remake is also a good way to like start. Actually, go with Big Pew's suggestion. Like the Burst remake, since it exists now, is also a good way to start. I forgot because it didn't exist when I like had to start on the PC. But yeah, you should definitely play that now that it is a thing, you know? Give me a minute. Because the internet's super unstable today, so... I hope it isn't, like, making the stream too bad for you guys. But anyway. I like to say I won, but... How hard were you trying? Before I answer that, were you able to master your ultimate secret ninja art? What? Wow, I feel it like there's a power shining out from inside me. Nice, I knew you'd get there. You fought just to help me master the art. That's why I'm here, remember? I can finally stand up to Gessen now. Thanks, Homura. Not a problem. So, what about you? Think you can take Miyabi? Well, you've seen how strong she is. But I'm stronger, that's all there is to it. Hey, Homura. After this whole Shinobi Battle Royale thing, why don't you and I fight? A real fight, not like this. Wow, you got a death wish? Death wish? Of course not, I just want to feel how strong you really are. You're the most powerful friend I have. Well, when you put it that way. Sexy ninja nuns in your area. Do you like the nun costume? I did it because Sun said he won't be able to participate. So I'm kind of honoring his legacy, I don't know, with this. Fine, if we both survive the Shinobi Battle Royale, we'll have a showdown. It's a date then. You promise, right? Fucking the Yuri in the air, I swear. Yeah, it's a promise between two shinobi. No, you can't go back on that. I saw that you said date. Great, looking forward to it. Oh yeah, since we are like playing a game about ninjas, that reminded me about like something else related to ninjas, which is And like, you're going to hate me for saying this, but like, that's Boruto, you know? Because like, yeah, Boruto is like garbage, right? I think most people can agree on that. But one thing that's particularly egregious about Boruto to me is like that initial scene from, I think, either the first episodes or like the movie, right? I'll be back, taking a shower. Oh, welcome to the stream, Grey Platonic. Welcome. Thanks, bro. I'm going to play the Shinobi Versus because I don't have a 3DS and don't want to download a 3DS emulator. Because in Steam, Shinobi Versus has a 60% off. 3.7 USD in Colombia right now. Oh, nice. But yeah, like, the one particularly like egregious thing about Boruto to me, it occurs, like I said, either in the first few episodes or in the movie. I don't remember like exactly where right now. But it's that scene where like Naruto is like attending his son's birthday, and then suddenly the clone, because it's revealed to be a clone, disappears, and like drops the cake, right? And that's particularly egregious to me because like, I know that the message that it's supposed to pass is that like, oh, Naruto is like more responsible now. He takes his duties as a like Hokage seriously. But like, nah, that's just character assassination. I'm sorry. Like, I know a lot of people have made this point already, but like, that's just not Naruto. If that was Naruto, like the opposite would have happened. Like, we would have a scene of like Shikamaru and Naruto working together, and Shikamaru is like, yeah, I get that it's your son's birthday and must be like suck to miss out on that. But like, I'm glad that you understand like how responsible you are right now, Naruto. And like, in the middle of his speech, like clone Naruto would disappear from the office, and then we would cut to like his house, and the real Hin is celebrating his son's birthday. Like, I know that this is all supposed to be like character development for Naruto and to set up that like that trauma for Boruto to overcome, but nah, it just feels like character assassination. I'm sorry. Like, that's absolutely not what the real Naruto would do. So yeah, that's my point. As I squint from the cold gust that blows around me, I run the faucet. I fill a bucket with water, then walk along the path of the cemetery. I stop before a well-kept grave. There are fresh flowers on it. Judging from the incense's ash, I suppose my parents were here a short while ago. I pour water over the grave and whisper, I'm here, Nozomi. Today is the day my sister, Nozomi, died. My parents are both shinobi, so they rarely came home early. Since Nozomi was an elementary school student, she went to an after-school care center every day. At the time, I was a junior high school student, and it was my job to pick her up. Hey, sis! Nozomi came running out of the care center toward me, with her long black hair streaming in the wind. She clasped onto my hands. The warmth of her palm spread all the way to my heart. I found myself smiling. Instead of going home, we would always go to a vacant lot. There, I would practice my shinobi techniques. I was a first year middle schooler, but I had already decided to enter Hanzo Academy. My goal was to be a shinobi like my parents, so I started preparing for the exam as soon as I could. I whipped kunai through the air toward the target. As I started to show improvement, Nozomi came to me. "Dinner's ready, sis." She gathered up stones and dandelions in a small bucket. I sat down and pretended to eat. "Eat all your veggies, cause they make you an invincible shinobi." Guess you better make me some more then. Alrighty, but tie my hair first, okay? They describe her hair as being black, but it's more of a reddish brown on like this scene. Bit weird, honestly. Nozomi liked tying her hair with a ribbon, but she couldn't do it by herself, so I always did it for her. There you go, perfect. Soon as I tied her hair into pigtails, she dove straight into a bush and played there. At sunset, we went back home, hand in hand. Part of me knew that one day she'd grow up, and maybe we wouldn't have those walks together. Hey, no wowing. Like, there's supposed to be a tragic scene. Oh, you stop that. But that was a long way off, and in the meantime, I felt like those moments of ours could last forever. All those tiny moments being young with my sister. They're the best part of who I used to be. But then Nozomi was killed in a traffic accident. That whole part of me died with her. Every day after that, before I opened my eyes in the morning, I wished that her death had been a bad dream. But no matter how many times I prayed, Nozomi didn't come back, and I always rolled over and cried. Spent most of each day drowning in misery. I forgot how to smile. However, 2 years after she died, I found a surprise, that change inside myself. Didn't feel as sad as before. Didn't cry for her so much, at least not compared to when I cried every day. I was so worried something was wrong with me that I told my parents. We all sat down together and talked about grief. They said that sometimes we have to put sad things aside so the sadness doesn't tear us apart. Time keeps moving forward, so it's natural for the past fades away little by little. So if we don't feel like crying as much anymore, that's okay. I couldn't accept that. If I forgot Nozomi, I never forgive myself. But just as my parents said, I could feel the memories of my sister slipping away. I didn't know what to do. I needed some way to keep her memories with me, in front of me always. So I grabbed her ribbon, and I made an eye patch and put it on my right eye. It cut my vision in half and gave me trouble seeing things, but I could live with that. As long as I wore her ribbon, I would never forget her. That's why I still wear the eye patch to this day. As I reminisce, I feel someone's presence behind me. I turn around and see Hibari. She's so much like Nozomi. When I first saw Hibari, I thought Nozomi had come back. Hibari, what are you doing here? You told me before, today is the day your sister passed away. Hibari offers incense to the grave, puts her palms together and prays. The world is full of sadness. Only heaven knows who dies or when or why. When that sadness comes to us, what do we do? How do we carry our grief? Honestly, I still don't know. All I can say for certain is that we must continue to live. At least I'm now able to smile with my eye patch on. Remember now, thanks to Hibari and my other friends at Hanzo Academy. There's nothing wrong with enjoying being alive, I know that now. Hey Yagyu, this is just a what if. I would leave her alone with her big sis. Zoneloli is sacred. We will talk about that later, actually. Hey Yagyu, this is just a what if. Hibari puts her serious face on. If I die, can you wear an eye patch like you do for your sister? Yeah, we will talk all about that later. That's an odd question. I suppose she might be nervous about fighting Gessen. Of course. I say that so she won't have to worry. Thank you, Yagyu. Hibari looks happy, then she looks confused. Wait. What's wrong? Which eye would you put it on? Well, my left, I suppose. After that, we both burst out laughing. Okay, so I don't need to address that. The game just does. Then you have eye patches on both eyes. And I'll never take them off. They'll call me the blind shinobi. It's so silly that we can't help but laugh. I talk to Nozomi in my heart. I never forgotten you, but now I can smile like this. That's okay with you, right, Nozomi? Is it alright to live like this? Let's get back to school. Everyone's waiting for us. We're supposed to rally together at school before the final battle. I pray once more, putting my palms together in front of Nozomi's grave. Just to watch, Nozomi. I'll be an invincible shinobi. This game reminds me of a Twitter post I saw. I'm critical of Japanese media, and then it's just racism. Reminded me of that because of how horny this game is at times, so to where we ignore this stuff, the actual deep story stuff. That's kind of the path that Senrankagura and like Nikkei and a lot of other games like. It's a trope in like Asian media in general to mask like sadness and like a serious story with some more silly stuff. That's why we have so much media, like I said, like Nikkei or Blue Archive or Senrankagura, that has a very deep and impactful, like emotional story hidden behind, you know, all this, you know? This reminds me, my friend showed me an amazing Yatterman night on a Loli Doji today. Nice. Yeah, the game has a good story when it chooses to. Here they come. Hibari, Yagyu, what kept you two? It was my fault, I'm sorry. I'm sorry too. Again, like I said, Akira, it's a trope of Asian media in general. What were the two of you doing alone? It's private. Private? You weren't doing anything unspeakable, were you? Well, what does it matter? We're all here now. That's right. And it's a beautiful day, brisk and clear. You can see the very peaks of the mountains. That voice. I appear in a burst of flower petals. Great entrance, if I do say so myself. Master Hanzo? Grandpa? Well now, I look over every one of them, not just Hanzo Shinobi students here today, but the renegades from Hebijo. Their boobs are nothing short of miraculous, and there are so many of them all around me. I just wish Kiria went there. God damn it, you fucking perverted old man. You know that one of those girls is like your granddaughter, right? Jesus Christ. That's not the reason I stopped by. Have to tell them the rest of the story I started at the restaurant. You ladies remember that story I talked about the other day? After seeing the 10 prophets in BA, I think I'm gonna play it. They look so cool. Good luck with that. Azure Lane has some deep lore too. Okay. True, but I especially like how Azure Lane does its plot twist. Not gonna spoil for people who didn't read it yet. Okay. But oh my god, do not get me started when the game tries to go down the we could die here stuff. No way, it's the guy who picked the fight with Mike Tyson. This game's just so petty. You don't plan on playing Deep Crimson, right? Hanzo showing up reminded me of a spoiler. Hey man, he's an equal opportunity pervert. And anyway, moving on. You ladies remember that story I talked about the other day? About your friend, right? Everyone looks at me. I told them they'd find out soon what I was talking about. Now is that time. That friend of mine, his name is Kurokage. A good shinobi once, considered Hanzo's equal. However, due to his fanatical destruction of evil shinobi, he was exiled from the world of shinobi. Alice Gear Aegis is collabing with the new Nanoha anime. I wish that gacha had an English release though. Interesting. Fucking love how customizable the mech outfits are. Kirya's eyes go wide as soon as he hears the name. I'm not surprised he knows it, being a teacher and all. And those 5 students from Gessen, they're Kurokage's beloved disciples. What? All of them seem shocked. Life is a long, strange story. If you manage to stick around for it. Meeting a good friend, losing your friend, meeting up again in a whole different way. It's because Arma, the game is doing the whole stuff of, oh no, good and evil need to be balanced, that kind of thing. So they can't kill all the evil shinobi, you know? Honestly, the way they describe it just feels way more like war, profiteering, corruption to me. Because they say, oh, without the, evil shinobi, the good shinobi, wouldn't exist, you know? Because, if there's no evil, then there's no good. That is, fundamentally not the case, as we've seen. Good shinobi are, called to deal with non-shinobi threats as well. And 2, imagine, someone saying, oh no, we need the enemies to continue existing so that we can exist to fight them. Does that sound like some war profiteer bullshit? It's really stupid, but anyway. I'll BRB for a second. Just a minute. Did you see that new leak? They're making a new senrankagura game with a character that's even flatter than Mirai. He has breasts that go inside her chest. I did not see that leak. No, I didn't. They do a breast face-off like Mai and Chun-Li. Anyway, good and evil deserve no balance. Evil does not deserve to exist. Kill them, bruh. Thought the point was that evil shinobi are literally just good shinobi working for a different client. That is the point, yeah. So that makes this even more stupid, you know? No, the good shinobi will continue to exist. We would just weed out the evil inside the good. We shall continue constantly until our ideals are ourselves. Found out Yumi's ult. OA just described the CIA and the FBI. A lot of organizations, unfortunately. That's literally her mindset for like the entire game. Good mindset to have. I think gets debunked or something in Gessen's arc. Okay. The rest of the comments are just Big Pew and Arma arguing, so I can continue. Anyway. Meeting a good friend, losing your friend, meeting up again in a whole different way. That's why I have to tell Asuka and the others about this. About Kurokage, the man who was too pure. Kurokage and I had been good friends and rivals since Shinobi school. He always competed on over everything. One of us would always come in first, and the other would always get second, but as Shinobi we were completely different. I was a team player, but Kurokage was at his best when he fought alone. I fight better on my own. That way, I'll never die for someone else's mistake, and no one else will ever die for mine. Kurokage was always talking like that. It sounded cold-blooded, but I knew it was his way of being kind. At that time, the conflicts between good shinobi and evil shinobi were more intense than today. Every day, shinobi on both sides would die. And Kurokage's face tightened every time news of a recent casualty came in. His kids are adopted, Big Pew, remember? Like, come on. And I knew why. When he was young, evil shinobi killed his parents. Hanzo, I became a shinobi for a reason, to eliminate evil shinobi. Like he said, evil shinobi are the good shinobi's enemies. Defeating our enemies is plain and simple, nobody could argue with that. There was something in the way he said it, something dangerous. After graduation day, Kurokage and I were welcome to the Society of Good Shinobi as up-and-comers. They sent us both off on spying missions, and we impressed them every time. But seeing our dazzling debut wasn't good enough for Kurokage. He probably cracked at least one of those kids. I don't like what you're implying there. Oi, Kurokage isn't a lolicon. Oi, you stop that. You stop with the Kurokage, like slander. He'd signed up to eliminate evil shinobi, so recon assignments weren't his style. I told him fighting against evil shinobi isn't the only thing good shinobi do. But all his frustration just kept boiling up inside him. Finally, Kurokage started attacking evil shinobi whenever he found them, whether or not it was part of his mission. I don't think he ever expected to be punished for that. I'm sure he figured enemies are enemies. Kill them now, kill them later, and would make a difference. People would be happy with him, not angry. But he was wrong. He was too young to think about what he was doing. Kurokage didn't know that some of the shinobi world's big shots were both good shinobi and evil shinobi at the same time. What? What? How does that even... Nah, you know what? That actually makes sense, yeah. It sounds confusing, but it makes sense. Things aren't always split straight down into good and evil when even when we call ourselves that. Kurokage attacked one of those big shots without knowing it. And just like that, he was banished from Shinobi Society. Let me explain this, Arma, because it's been a while, so I kinda need to do, recap. Good Shinobi and Evil Shinobi are just names that they give. Like, the only difference between Good Shinobi and Evil Shinobi, like Big P was implying, is that Good Shinobi work for the government, like the Japanese government. And, like, Evil Shinobi, work for whoever pays them the most money. Like, evil shinobi essentially work for capitalists, and good shinobi work for, like, the government. That's the only difference. The names are just ways to throw you off, you know? It's not like the good shinobi are, like, always good, and the evil shinobi are always... They just call themselves that, you know? So that's why how this sort of makes sense, you know? Though, like, on a real world setting, I actually agree with Arma that good and evil are pretty clear. Especially if, like him, you come from, like, a religious background. I'm not even going to address what Big Pew said. Anyway. Kurokage attacked one of those big shots without knowing it, and just like that, he was banished from Shinobi society. When he left, he said to me, I hate evil, all it does is hurt people, has no right to exist, so I'll create a world without it. I didn't like the sound of that. Anyway, Kurokage, listen to yourself, a world without evil where only good can exist? Is that even possible? I'm betting it's not, but even if it is, it might not be the right idea. Okay, now that is just bullshit. I think this game's message actually sort of bleeds through to real life though. There's always two sides to each story and all. How do you work for the governments and randoms unless you take money from boats? I think no one would trust you, so regardless you are just evil. I didn't like the sound of that. Like for anyway, moving on. I'll take that bet, you'll see. Someday we'll all be living in my utopia. Well, most of us will be. Right after that, Kurokage started hunting evil shinobi alone. Of course, that was unforgivable, but both good and evil shinobi started going after him. Eventually, people stopped talking about Kurokage, and the war against evil shinobi came to an end. There was a rumor that headquarters finally sent superior shinobi after him. Everyone assumed he'd been secretly assassinated. However, 5 years ago, I came across some information. A certain man had been taking care of children who had lost their parents in the battle against evil shinobi. And I was told that man was Kurokage. Headquarters took action immediately. They believed he was training those children to avenge their parents and start the war with evil shinobi all over again. They sent 2 shinobi to assassinate him, but the shinobi failed their mission. What those shinobi said in the report was, Kurokage has no intention of hunting evil shinobi again. He lives with 5 children quietly and peacefully. We consider it unnecessary to kill him. Those 2 shinobi, no way! Katsuragi's jaw drops. She's right, the 2 shinobi who were sent to kill Kurokage are her parents. So when Yumi said she'd like to show him how power can unite everything, she was talking about Asuka has been quiet, but she suddenly says it. She meant Kurokage, didn't she? I nod quietly. In short, all of Gessen's fights for Kurokage. Is that what this is? All of Gessen fights for Kurokage. Is that what this is all about? I don't think there's a surplus of shinobi, so I don't think they have a choice on who they do and don't pick. This shows the game's point, Kasuragi's parents, okay. Though one thing, I don't disagree with what Big Pew said, but one thing I have to correct is that, like one of the big points I think of the first, Senrankagura games is that, good is exclusive, evil accepts all. And so, what this means is that in the world of good shinobi, it's just like Big Pew said, there are only certain families who are allowed to, be good shinobi. It's kind of a restricted, exclusive club, you know? It's very difficult to become a good shinobi. But, pretty much, anyone can become an evil shinobi. Like, the evil shinobi schools accept everyone. It doesn't matter if you came from like a ninja background or not. Like, if you just enroll, you can be an evil shinobi. Like, to be a good shinobi is a lot more difficult. Like, the tests are more difficult. Like, you are excluded based on like your family and stuff. So that's kind of a big point in the first Senrankagura games, in like blurring the line of good and evil, is like this reveal that good shinobi like is a very exclusive club, and like evil shinobi is like it accepts everyone, you know. So it's the club of the downtrodden and stuff like that, you know. So that's kind of correction I want to give. As for like Haruka's backstory, I don't remember that particularly well. I'm sorry, I can't speak to that. Yeah, I don't remember like their particular character backstories too much outside. Okay, sorry, we disconnected for a while, but we should be back now. Hopefully you saw that you heard that whole explanation. We're moving on. Anyway, this kind of reminds me of the last chapter of DC KO. Superman created a new world. Yeah, he became a god again, but understood that getting rid of everything negative and making a perfect utopia was a bad idea. So he made everything just peaceful enough that people could have a happy life but not forget the value of their happiness. That is a good point to make for a story, yeah. Anyway. Obscure frame rate. Okay, moving on. In short, all of Gessen fights for Kurokage. Is that what this is about? Are they just trying to thank him for raising them or something? Yagyu is oddly interested in Mirai. Is she a lolicon? That's the thing I was going to say, like, because there's a whole, like, romantic thing. Like, clearly it is romantic thing going on between Yagyu and, like, Hibari, right? But, like, the reason Yagyu likes Hibari so much is because she reminds her of, like, her little sister, right? That combined with her kind of rivalry, kind of, like, camaraderie with Mirai, makes me think that, yeah, I think Yagyu is a lolicon. Like, that was the point I was going to make. Thanks for like, kind of giving me a segue to that. Anyway, Ikaruga and Hibari seem a bit puzzled. Does knowing this make you feel bad about having to fight them? Asuka and the others shake their heads. I can see the quiet excitement in their faces. They may know the Gessen student situations now, but that hasn't dampened their spirits at all. Thank you, Grandpa. Now we understand why we have to stop them. Her voice is always so clear when she knows what to do. I nod to her proudly. Then it was worth telling my story. I have nothing more to tell them, but I do have one request. I turn my back to them and mutter, too quietly for anyone to hear. Please don't make Kurokage, don't make my best friend sad. Here it is, the final event of the Shinobi Battle Royale. If you want to live as Shinobi, failure is not an option. Your defeat means your death as Shinobi, nothing less. Asuka, Ikaruga, Katsuragi, Yagyu, and Hibari, come back alive. I'll do my best. Of course, you got it. Understood. I'll give it my all. Homura, Yomi, Hikage, Mirai, and Haruka. Thank you again for all your help. No worries. It was good practice for a Shinobi Battle Royale with Hebijo. Homura, have one more thing to ask. It's about your master, Suzune. Something wrong with Master Suzune? Well, I can't call her that anymore. Now I guess she's just Rin to me. Rin? Yeah, and when it started being renegades, that's the name she told us to use. So what about her? I see. That makes sense. What did I miss? Oh, just want to say you had a great master, that's all. Yeah, thanks, can't argue with that. Now, the time has come. Each of you proceed to your own battle. Alright, let's do it. Oh hey Yagi, you're all brave for showing up and stuff. Do Mira and Riona have beef? I don't remember. I don't think they do, but I'd have to see. I don't think Riona is her rival in like Hebijo, no. Oh, you mean Ryobi? Yeah. They do kinda have beef, but it's more camaraderie instead. Like, Mirai and Ryobi actually are more friends than enemies, if I remember that correctly. You're totally not gonna win, you know. Win or lose, I'm here to fight. I need to never go on X again, bro. It's turning me deeply misogynistic, and I have deep contempt for humans, especially women. Real life already does that, it's bad enough. Now I can't escape the voids. What the fuck? Arma, let me tell you this, like, I won't speak to your real life situation because, like, I can't. But in regards to, like, Twitter, like, that's just social media in general. Like, they made an experiment and they show that, like, whenever the algorithm identifies that you are, like, a woman, for example, on TikTok, they'll start recommending you, like, anti-men TikToks, right? The same thing if you're a man, they'll start recommending you anti-woman TikToks. And the same thing with white and black people. Like, those things are designed to kind of incite conflict within people. Like, the algorithm itself is designed in a way to spread hate to pretty much everyone. It's just a thing that's made to make people hate each other. Like, don't fall for it. Yeah, that's weird. Like, how come? To protect what's precious to me. Yeah, okay, like, I don't really care about the why we're fighting in junk. Then why fight at all if you don't care? Whoa, can we not get all serious now? Like, that just isn't me. You're fighting for someone, aren't you? As if. You think I'm that kind of person? All I want is your pretty eye patch. You're a poor liar. People don't risk their lives for fashion accessories. Oh, maybe you don't. Like, when it comes to buying a new brand name item. My friend Mizuho would definitely put her life on the line. I'm not talking about your friend, I'm talking about you. What do you fight for? Wow, are you like a shrink or something? Like, who are you? And what have you done with the real Yagi? I may not be my old self, but this is who I am. Just as you fight for someone close to another side of yourself. Look, let's just get this over with. I mean, you know, like, way too much already, so I'm going to have to kill you anyway. Try it. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's been a while since I done that, so let's get to another thing to talk about. Let me get another topic here. Okay. I don't know if, like, some of you, because I know a lot of you guys don't play, like, gacha games, right? So I don't know how many of you will be able to relate. But there are some gacha games where it feels like some levels have character checks, right? I found that especially egregious in Nikkei, right? Like, there are some levels where they pretty much feel like Modernia checks. Like, you either have Modernia, the character, or you don't advance throughout the level. I don't know if it's like that in other gacha games, but it certainly feels like that in Nikkei. And I just wanted to know if you guys like ever thought that for the gacha games or the games in general that you play. Like, do you feel like the character checks for the games you play? Like, oh no, you need to have this character, you need to use this character, or you're not passing. Like, that's the topic I'm going to leave you guys with while I play. And then, like, based on your responses, we're going to elaborate on that or talk about something else. Yeah, that's very much a thing in other gacha games. In Arknights, there are some stages that are significantly easier with Ifrit. We would call them Ifrit lanes. You could clear the stages without her, but it's so much easier with her. There was another event that was easier if you had XUI. The white Suzumiku is great as always. It is, but always never forget that it isn't real. Like, I'm sorry to say, but this here is just an illusion. Yeah, where was I? But yeah, there are some levels in Nikkei that are like that too. Obviously, there are other like machine gun characters and characters that can pierce like this kind of armor, etc. But like Exo CI. Okay, sorry. Oh, Exo CI. Okay, sorry. But what was I talking about? Yeah, obviously there are other machine gun characters, even on the like lower rarities, and even some characters who can like pierce through this type of armor. But there are some enemies who like they have this kind of armor in Nikkei that reduces the damage of all attacks to like 1, right? So it becomes less about the damage of your attacks and more about the number of bullets you can like you can shoot. And so again, there are other characters that can do the same, other machine gun characters that can deal with that, and some characters that can bypass it entirely. But like you said, it's much more difficult to deal with those enemies without Modernia, since her like unique ability is literally firing like infinite bullets. So it just shreds through those types of shields super fast, you know? So that's why some levels feel like Modernia checks. She also has the ability to deal with like a lot of fodder enemies at once, right? And again, there are some characters that can do the same as her, but not to the same extent. She's pretty much the best like fodder eliminator in the game. And so yeah, a lot of levels in Nikkei really feel like Modernia checks. Like, oh, you either have Modernia or like you are either not getting past or like you're having like a very bad time trying to get past, you know? I have a better way to pronounce it. Exia from Exocia. Both names, some kind of angel. Interesting. These enemies are so annoying, lol. Oh, the turtle one. Yeah, any enemy with a shield in a game is always like very annoying to deal with. I hate it when gacha games make cool and very limited, unique gimmicks, and every new unit begins to get it. It's fine if after a while new characters get it, or it's never made. to be that way. But in cases where it literally makes the character and is giving out like candy, it feels so worthless. Uh-huh. It also feels a lot like a lack of creativity, you know? So I do get your point, Arma, but like the fact that it feels like not creative at all is my main issue with it, personally. Is Modernia a free character or is it actually a wallet check? She's an unlimited character, but you do need to get her to the gacha. Like, there are ways in Nikkei to like get her to the gacha more easily. Like, you can like program, especially the like common gacha, to have certain units. So you can like make it easier to get her, but it's still up to luck, and like you still need to go to the gacha. She isn't like a character like a welfare character, you know? So yeah, it's kind of a wallet check, kinda not, I would say. Open up your wallet or get fucked, loyal player. Pretty much. I thought they never do that, unless you're playing a game that exists only through PvP. True, but having a new mechanic gated behind the hyper-limited summer, Valentine's Day, etc. character fucking sucks too. Remember when Limbus did that and everyone went crazy? Did what exactly? I remember seeing a guy that said Senrankagura can be played competitively. Do you think that's true? I never tried, so I can't say, unfortunately. Mostly because my favorite unit to use for power crept in 1 fucking year. The game has been out for 13 years. And it takes a while to fully power creep someone. My previous favorite unit power crept into fucking doom and despair. To now the fandom thinks you're weird for using her. Yeah, I do agree that sucks, yeah. I think it's more accurate we call it a guide check. We have a guide open that tells you to get it and then you'll be fine. But when you have no clue, then what's going on, then enough the character post release or limit. Oh, yeah. Like, some games need to understand that you can't, like, nerf gacha characters, you can only buff them, right? Because, like, some people spend actual money for these characters, you know? And nothing sucks more than getting a character, like, than spending a lot of money on a character, and then having that character get nerfed, like, right after, you know? Like, it's even worse than her being power crept. But for some reason, some gacha companies like do that. You know, they think that like they can just nerf characters and get away with it in that type of game. Where I'm sorry to say, it's just not true. Like literally, it's if the character is that overpowered. It's way better to either like make the enemies equally as overpowered, or or like buff every other character. Like that's literally better than like nerfing it. Like nerfing a gacha character is pretty much the worst thing you can do, you know? That's so agreed upon by the community that most devs get that. Most devs get that. Oh no, if there is a problem with balancing, it's better to do so with like buffs or to harder enemies than with nerfs, you know? Damn it. Damn it. Enough, you lost. If you press on, you die. Who says you get to decide? I get to choose when I lose. Don't you think Kurokage would be sad to lose you? Don't talk like you know everything. I have to make his perfect world, even if it means going against his beliefs. Like I said, don't talk like you know everything. May not know everything, but even if he does still want that world, he wouldn't want you to die for it. If he was that cold of a person, don't you think you'd care? I don't think you'd care for him as much as you do. I mean, we talked about it, like, right, Big Pew, how some people are just get used to that due to their line of work. I can repeat that later, but, like, yeah, while it's funny, like, it does make sense if you think about it. But, am I wrong? Master Kurokage. Sorry, Master Kurokage. I couldn't live up to your expectations. I hope Hibari and the others are alright. GBF now has a second character capable of C.A Flash. Days later, the Wizard class Origin upgrade comes with a passive debuff that requires CA Flash to use charge attacks, literally creating a problem to sell a solution. I mean, they do that with a lot of gacha games, like, to be fair, I'm not saying it's good, but, like, they do that with a lot of gacha games, right? Like, let's be real, it's not, like, uncommon at all for them to release a character and then release, like, a challenge that also happens to, like, make that character shine, you know? Again, it sucks, but, like, that it's not like it's a new thing. This is just like the end of the Ikaruga story, where she goes to fix morality and at the end she's streaking. Father alarm. Shiki's new game is Yagyu's Victim 2. New name, I think you meant. And wait, what's the first one? Oh yeah, but I was going to talk about this, right? We talked about this before, right? But there is a sport called water polo, right? Where, like, the sport is so rough that girls, since they're playing in, like, swimsuits, right? While they play, it's very common for them to get a wedgie, right? And a lot of people see that and they say, oh, how can you continue playing with a wedgie? And, like, the explanation that they gave is that they are so used to playing the game that this thing, at some point, kind of just becomes natural, to the point where they stop noticing it, like, up until they leave the pool and, like, adjust their swimsuits. Like, it's pretty common to get used to these things even these things, right, when you do them every day. And the girls fight with these, like, clothes stripping rules every day, so it's not difficult to imagine that they would get to a stage where they don't even notice or care that they're naked anymore, you know? That's the point I was trying to make. Moving on. Oh, hey, buddy, what are we going to play today? I'm not here to play. Yeah, you're right. Come on, Hibari, even I know that much. So, what game should we play? No, you don't get it. I'm not here for games at all. Well, Pooh, why do you even show up then? I came here to fight you. Fighting's boring. Everybody should play instead. Well, I like playing more than fighting too. Then why are you gonna fight? We all gotta grow up someday, you know? Gotta play hard while we can. All I want to do is play with everybody, but they keep on going away. I don't know if it's with Hibari, but I'm pretty sure that happens, like, with one character. Like, I'm not remembering which one and like which game that occurs in, but I do remember that that literally happens with like one character. Okay, maybe it's that one you're referring to. Daddy's gone and mommy is gone too. And Minori. It's all because of the fighting. If everyone played, everything would be peaceful. I hate fighting. Fighting can just go away. I understand what you're saying, I do. But listen, Minori, sometimes people have to fight. Even if you're scared and you're hurt and want to run away, sometimes you have to stand up for the people you love. I don't get it at all. Oh, but I know in your heart that you understood. That's why you're here right now, isn't it? No, it's not. No, it's not. We're not that different. We want to look out for the people we love. We're doing the same thing. And if you don't want to listen, I'll prove it to you. Anyway. Okay. Now let's talk about something a bit more controversial. I know that everybody is like different and all that, but and I already talked about this in a video, I think, right? But there's a particular like video game that like had something I really just don't agree with. I don't know if that's necessarily the message that they were trying to say, but I see a lot of people who have this point, you know? Like, who genuinely believe this, which is why I wanted to address it. It's a indie, like, RPG maker, like, horror game, right? And in it, like, it's not the story of the game, it's more of a side plot. But in that game, you play as a girl that has a male friend that, at the end of the game, like, after a time skip, they turn out to be trans, right? And like, that's cool and all, but the thing that throws me off is that the way you're supposed to, because you're supposed to kinda guess that this was going to be the case through a few like hints that the game gives you about like his character. And these hints are what bothers me, because the hints you're supposed to use to realize that they're trans is that they're a teenage boy that's acting out, that is like trying to prove that they're tough, that they're super masculine, etc. And the fact that they like to play as female characters in video games, right? Those are the clues you're supposed to use to deduce that they are trans. And like a ton of like trans people actually believe that, you know, they actually think that like those are signs that you're apparently trans. And again, like I understand that every person is different, so I don't like, if those were the signs that they had to discover that about themselves, that's not my point. But like, to see that as like general signs is kind of weird to me, because again, I had tons of friends who were like that, who like to play as female characters, or who acted out during their teenage years, like were more aggressive, and none of them turned out to be like trans at all, or even have any inclination to. So that's why I kinda don't like that there's this idea that, like, oh no, those are general signs that people have that kind of identity, because it just seems something very specific to very specific people and not more of a general thing, at least in my view, you know? Anyway. I hate you, Hibari. Minori, if I lose, can't make Grandpa Kurokage happy anymore. That's why I didn't want to fight. I really love Kurokage. Grandpa played with me a lot after Mommy and Daddy couldn't. He played with me until it got dark. I was happy, really happy. Because I could forget how mommy and daddy are gone when I was playing with him. Minori. If I won, Grandpa Kurokage get better and play with me again. What? What do you mean get better? Stupid Hibari, you're mean and I hate you. Guess she doesn't want to talk anymore. Anyway, I won. I should go check on the others. Anyway. Everyone play as girls in video games. They actually play games. Yeah, like, one of the reasons, it's not the only reason why, like, I don't like that, but one of the reasons is that, as I said in that video, back in my day, that used to be a sign that we were horny, right? Like, the general excuse people had for playing as girls back in the day were that, either they preferred the greater range in like customization that girls had in like game with character creators, or they just prefer looking at female ass than male ass, you know? So again, it's not the only reason, but that's one of the reasons that is kind of throws me off. There you are. This time you and I fight to the death. Hey, we really have to try and kill each other? Of course we do. Last one standing is the true victor. Winner cannot be established any other way. Well, I'll fight you for real if you're sure. But let me ask you one thing. What is it? Say you do kill me. Even if you do win the battle, did you really tell Kurokage that? Oh, going for the low blow. You don't know nothing about Master Kurokage. You're right, I don't. That's why I'm asking you. Master Kurokage doesn't want us killing people. But in order for Master Kurokage's wish to come true, we need to unite all shinobi schools. And in order for that to happen, someone's got to do the dirty work, and we'll gladly stain our hands for him. I see. Well, it looks like we're not going to talk this out then. You and me, we got nothing to talk about. We're here to fight, that's all. Alright, let's get it on. Now let us begin the elegant battle between punches and kicks. They've been doing this shit for 3 games straight and it never works. Pisses me off every time. These are battle junkies and they kill nobody. It worked in Deep Crimson because they had an actual antagonist for that game. To be fair, like, that's a thing that happens in, like, a lot of shows. Like, for example, it's a thing that a lot of people complain about, for example, in High School DxD, right? That, what's the name? Issei is, like, a pervert, but he never has sex with anyone, right? And it's especially egregious because, like, more ecchi light novels of the same type as, like, High School DxD recently, have been able to get away with, like, obviously implied sex scenes, you know, like Mushoku Tensei, for example. So a lot of people are frustrated at this point that despite being a supposed pervert, he never has, like, actual sex with anyone, you know. A lot of people find that frustrating. Well, that makes sense. Who would want to have sex with a pervert, lol? No, but like, obviously it's a harem series, right? So, in the show, a lot of girls want to have sex with him. It's mostly because of, like, coincidences or him being a chicken that this doesn't happen, you know? It's not because of the girls. That's why it's frustrating. Implied, and time skip to a shot of Sylphiettes with a round 9-month belly. I mean, it's still implied, you know, it's not like, it's not, explicit. Like, they don't, like, just show the sex scene, that's what I meant. It makes sense in some shows to not kill everyone though. Fair. This reminds me of that time I was acting out against my mom and then my dad immediately went to saying I was going to turn out as a criminal. But yeah, I agree those are pretty vague. I guess it's just too biased against the author's experiences. And how could anybody do this? This is child abuse. Yeah, I bet Grandpa played with you a lot that then, lolicon. Again, just Again, like... Stop with the Kurokage fanfictions. That man is innocent. He's just a good father, okay? You take his name out your damn mouth. Speaking of which, anyone watch the new Ghost Groiper anime? No? What the hell? Oh, but that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Because speaking of sex scenes, like, I've been meaning to do that for a while now, actually. Like, I had this idea in my mind for, like, specifically, a very detailed and very, like, graphic, like, grape scene, you know? Obviously, I can't, like, describe it in any sort of detail or publish it on the channel. But I just had this idea, like, I wanted to make it pretty, like, realistic and detailed. I don't know why, that idea has just been on my mind for a long time of wanting to write that. No? I agree that it makes sense that they wouldn't kill in the game. I think the story would be better if they didn't pretend like they were going to do it. Yeah, because this can be part of the frustration, right? The tease. Like, it's not that a story necessarily needs to have people killing each other, but if it's going to be like a more idealized story like that, then it shouldn't tease like characters' deaths, because it just seems like cheap, you know? It just feels like that time in like the new Star Wars trilogy, right? Where they said they were going to, like, they acted like they were going to kill like Chewbacca. Like, I can agree with like Big Pew that like if you tease it over and over again and never do it, it just feels cheap. Anyway, speaking of, okay, I agree, okay. You've been meaning to do a sex scene? You can't do that on stream, yo. Yeah, I can't, that's the point. Kamui, he's right behind you. It's Ghostbuster, but he grapes sexy ghosts. Well, that does sound interesting, I would say. You vocalize my thoughts exactly. I'm glad I could, like, express that for you. Just give me a minute. Okay. I just feel so weird, honestly. Oh yeah. I remember the other thing I was going to talk about. Like, I saw this post on like Twitter, and like I really don't know what to think of it. But there was this like female Blue Archive cosplayer, right? Who like was pointing out that all the women on the Love and Deep Space booth, all the women who like played that game, who were on the convention, like they were all fat, right? While all the female Blue Archive fans that she saw were all skinny. And like, I don't know what she was trying to imply with that, but anyway, I just thought it was an interesting post. Okay. Oh, but I was going to say that, like, a pervert not having sex, even when it's offered, could even be explained away, since, like, to be a pervert, you have to have some kind of elevated view of sex. People just talking about Yosakura's gauntlets, and yeah, they're super cool. That's really funny. This just in, Fujoshis are fat and lesbians are thin. Well, like, to be fair, like, the people who play Love and Deep Space aren't Fujoshis. They are, I can never remember their name, but they're the kind of girls that actually like to self-insert and, like, imagine that they are the ones with, like, a male harem, you know? In fact, like, there was this whole controversy because, with the Love and Deep Space community, because they kind of implied that one male character actually had feelings for another male character to try to appeal to the Fujoshis, right? And a lot of people who did play Love and Deep Space lost their shit. Exactly because of what Akira's saying, like, the fans of Love and Deep Space actually hate Yaoi as much as the fans of Blue Archive hate Yuri. So yeah, it's actually kind of the Himejoshis who, like, are fat and not the Fujoshis, you know? Also, a lot of the... I don't know if it's cope or not. No, you know what? Sorry, it's not cope. It's just that, again, the preferences are different between fiction and reality. But, like, a lot of the people who... A lot of the women, not all of them, there are some lesbians, but a lot of the women who do play, like, games like Blue Archive or Nikkei or stuff like that, even if for the sexy girls, claim to be, like, straight. So, yeah, there's another, like, hole in your theory. They're making a new game for Love and Deep Space fans. They're calling it Love and Double Cheese. Okay, that's actually kind of funny, yeah. Love and American Space. Good one. Looks like I'm the winner. How many times do I have to tell you? This isn't over until you finish me off. I said I wouldn't kill anyone. Besides, I won either way. Still trying to keep your hands clean, huh? You're too naive. You think you can protect what's near and dear to you that way? Yes, I do. Alright, let me break it down for you. You kill me, or they execute your parents. Simple, right? You know about that? Yeah, I always run background checks on my enemies. Obscure Shapiro. That's the third worst thing you guys have called me. Like, I have a list of the worst insults that you guys have called me. Like, the worst thing you guys have called me is, like, woke lolicon. The second worst is, like, communist, and now we have a third worst, like, obscure Shapiro. Like, oh, I hate that so much. Oh, I hate it. Now, kill me and save your parents. Kill me and take that victory. Sorry, but no. What the? You're turning your back on your parents? Yeah, if that's what it takes. What? Why? Because even if I kill you and save their lives, it still breaks their hearts. They became renegades to save your life, Yosakura. And I knew they'd do it again. What? No way. The two assassins, they were your... Should have run a better background check, I guess. Yeah, that's right. And that's why you're not gonna kill me. Yeah, not gonna kill you. For my parents' sake, I won't kill you. Well done. I concede. What? What you said about breaking their hearts. Never thought about how Master Kurokage would feel after I die. You have taught me something, Katsuragi. Fucking literal talk no jutsu. Yozakura, thank you for understanding. Guess the rest is up to Ikaruga and Asuka, huh? Is this life slop? What? Anyway, moving on. No, I feel a lot of people aren't talking too much. I know that there are people on chat, but a lot of people aren't talking much, so I'll leave this specific like discussion subject for later. Okay. I'll get through this cutscene and then I want to talk about the Deep from The Boys. Specifically the TV show one, because I think he was very poorly executed given the message he was supposed to like give. Oh, hello Dragon Quest Enjoyer, welcome. And here you are. Finally I can take vengeance. I have no idea why you hate me so much. Could you just tell me the reason already? I can't fight you if I have no idea what makes you angry at me. Very well. You stole my time. Your time? Indeed. Because of you, I was separated from Master Kurokage. Yes, I mean the Finushi guy. No, Fishushi. Sorry. Yeah. What are you talking about? I lost both my mother and father when I was small, but Master Kurokage took care of me as if I were family. The days I spent with him and the others were so precious to me. One day, without warning, the Tairo Family Corporation took me away from him. They took you away? Why? They are distantly related to me, though I had never met them. You are the reason they came for me. Why me? Tairo Corporation had no worthy heirs, so they copied their rivals at the whole organization. As the whole family organization adopted you, they adopted me. I see, so that's why you blame me. If you had not accepted the adoption, I could have stayed with Master Kurokage. That's such a shitty reason, honestly. Like, that's the most, like, how do I say it? The most, like, that's so distant, though. Like, her accepting, like, being adopted is so separated, so distant from, like, what you had to go through. Like, it makes no sense for you to blame her. This is just stupid. Yes, your excuse is laughable. If you think my excuse is laughable, then go ahead and laugh. But regardless, you are the source of my pain. Why didn't you just go back to Kurokage yourself? I tried so many times. When I finally made it, it was too late. What do you mean too late? They just can't write any good rivals for Ikaruga. I think her, like, first rival from the Crimson Squad is good. I like the dynamic that they had. Murakumo is just awful though. Enough, I waited too long for this already. Now I know why you hate me. I know how sad it is to be separated from someone precious to you. That doesn't mean I'm going to stand by and let you win. But yeah, speaking about the Deep, like, the reason I wanted to talk is because they really botched his message. Like, because what you're supposed to get from the Deep is that, like, he's a very insecure character that, like, abuses, like, women to, further his own ego, right? Like, that's what you're supposed to get from his story. That he's a piece of shit that abuses women for his own ego, and that, like, through the events of the story, he learns, like, about why that's bad. Like, he learns what it's like to be in that position, and why what he did was evil. That's the point of the Deep story, right? But the way they executed it is like, it makes it the complete opposite, you know? Like, it makes it give the complete opposite message, because they explain that the reason he abuses women is because like he has, due to his powers, these like gills that he thinks are very ugly, and like he abuses women because he's afraid that if he doesn't do so first, that they will abuse him. Like he needs to abuse them first so they don't abuse him after seeing his like gills, right? And you would think, oh, okay, so like, what's the issue? Why do you think this fucks up the message that they had for him in the story? Well, that's because like the reason he's supposed to learn that like lesson I said at the beginning, like, oh, it's not so good when it's done to you, right? Is that like a woman, like he decides to be finally like good to a woman. He decides to not abuse her, and instead has like consensual sex with her. But when he does, like the first thing she does is like make fun of him for his gills. Like humiliate him for exactly that part of himself that he feels so embarrassed about. And so the message the story wants to give is that, oh no, it's not so good when it happens to you, right? But the message the story actually gives with that is like, oh no, the Deep is completely right. He should have abused those women because like clearly the minute he like doesn't, like the first time he doesn't, like they do exactly what he feared. So like, do you get what I'm saying? The message of the show is delivered so badly that it goes from like actually like grape is bad to no, grape is good and you should do it, because if you don't, like woman will do it to you first. Like people will see shit like that and they will genuinely like look at me in the face and tell me that the show is better than the comics. Like, if you have the opinion that Arma has, that both the show and the comics are bad, that's fine. But if you have still, for some reason, have the opinion that the show is better, then, like, I don't respect you. I'm sorry. Like, that kind of shit is just like, no. Like, you completely fucked up that message there. Just no. Okay. Yeah, that seems so poorly thought out. The first message was way easier to present. Why the fuck did they change it? They didn't change it. Like, the message that they were trying to present was the one that I said. But through their execution, they actually, like, accidentally gave the other message, you know? That's the point. Like, they didn't try to change the message. Like, they tried to present that first message and ended up, through their own incompetence, presenting the other one. That's my point. Imagine being depressed and having no self-worth. You watch The Boys because you're bored and literally just tells you to stay insecure. Pretty much, yeah. Again, terrible message all around. But speaking of terrible people, like, have you ever seen someone so terrible that you kinda like need to laugh because like what they did is so fucked up that you're just going to be like super depressed forever if you don't? I don't know, it's a weird feeling, but like let me describe to you what happened. There was a channel, a Brazilian channel called PC Siqueira, right? Who was outed as like a pedophile. But not only was he like a pedophile, but he was a comically evil pedophile. So you have an idea of what I'm talking about. Like, he had a little set of stairs, close to his bed, right? Because the children that he abused were so small, they couldn't get in the bed, like, without the little set of stairs, you know? Like, I don't know if this is true. I don't know if people are exaggerating. I hope they are. But, like, when I heard that, like, I just started laughing because... not because I thought this was funny, but because it feels like one of those things that you need to laugh. So you don't comprehend, like, the sheer evil of that. You know? I know how it feels. Yeah, I can relate. PC Siqueira, don't even get me started. Yeah. Don't worry, I know. What the fuck? I don't blame you. That's so fucked up. It's hilarious. Sounds like a South Park gag. And yet it happened. Because this world deserves to burn. Moving on. This fight is mine. I lost. No, I can't lose. Not like this. No. Murakumo, there's something you should have done. Something far more important than coming after me. What are you talking about? Spending time with your loved ones. Stolen or not, you can never get the time back you've lost. So you have to use the rest as well as you can. Right, you're right. Beating you wouldn't have changed anything. I just wanted to spend more time with Grandpa Kurokage. That was my only wish. Why did I end up like this? Murakumo, you're the winner. There's no point to this fight anymore. God, at least the talk no jutsu of like at least the talk no jutsu of Yozakura like has a silly has her not doing like enough recon was. Like that made at least some sense. Like this just feels retarded. Like, how did Murakumo not realize this? Why did she need to be talked into this? Oh, God. Asuka, you're the only one remaining. If you win, Hanzo Academy will be declared the victor. That sounds like a South Park gag. Bro, I never heard of that. Stairs for the kid. Bro, if you don't laugh, you cry. Pretty much, it's so funny that you do that and don't take a second to think, maybe they're too young if they can't even get on my bed. Well, not like it'd be better if they were older. Big Pill, Brazil is South Park, unfortunately, yeah. Ah, true, I forgot about that. Okay. Let me see if the next topic is less depressing. Oh yeah, it is, actually. Okay. Instead of talking about like pedophiles, let's talk about power scaling. Yeah, okay. Like I was watching a video that was like could Naruto beat Goku if he was like completely limbless, blind, deaf, had stage 4 cancer and was incredibly tired and lobotomized? Like that was literally the video. Like essentially, could Naruto beat Goku if he was completely disabled, essentially? And like I just saw that video and I was like, bro, at that point, it's not even a battle anymore. I just feel bad for Goku. Just put him out of his misery. Like, I'm cheering for Naruto. Simply because I don't want Goku to have to live like this. Jesus Christ. So that was pretty fun. Anyway, moving on. And here we are. Here we are. Time to sweep you out of the way of my grandfather's wish. A world without evil, without conflict, where all good people live together in peace and happiness. I know that Goku, like, still wins. Like, I watched the video, I know he wins. But like Goku is so like far gone at this point. I just like cheering for Naruto because like I think Naruto killing Goku would just be a mercy at that point. You know, I know he wins because that's the point of the video, that Naruto could never beat Goku because the power gap is too high. I know that that's the point, but I really was like cheering for Naruto simply because I felt bad for Goku. Fun fact, Cancer Goku is playable in Legends. Okay, you just made my day with that one. What the fuck? Not lobotomized. Goku still wins though. He rams his body into him and wins. He would have lost if he still had his hearing though. Because Naruto's stock no jutsu is universal. Fucking Cancer Goku is playable in Legends. Because of course. Anyway, moving on. A world without evil, without conflict, where all good people live together in peace and happiness. Yumi, let's say you could make that happen. Really think everybody in the world would be happy there? I certainly believe so, yes. Good and evil cannot coexist, they are constant war, and war breeds sorrow and hatred. Evil has no place in a perfect world. Only good has the right to exist. I believe you, Generico. Like, I'm laughing at the like absurdity of it, but I know you're like saying like what you're saying is true. Like, I'm not doubting you. I'm just laughing because like the fact that it's true is so ridiculous, you know. Evil has no place in a perfect world. Only good has the right to exist. I don't think so. I think you need both. Oh, why is that? Not everyone can be good all the time, even if they want to be. What about them? They have no place in a perfect world. So anyone who doesn't fit your utopia has to die? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, now that is a better argument, yeah. You're the one not making any sense. I don't understand how you can be against ridding the world of evil. Listen, Yumi, it's not just about good and evil. Light and shadow, good and evil, yin and yang. Everything has a counterpart. Do you know why? My grandpa told me, so there can be balance between them. And I felt the same way. There are so many different people. You're going to start picking favorites? Force everyone else to be just like 10? No one will be happy that way. Yumi feels spiritually racist. Does she have a burner Facebook account? Anyway. My, how rich. The balance between good and evil. Tell me what that balance did for my parents, would you? They were good shinobi, and they both lost their lives doing battle against evil shinobi. Shiki, Minori, Yozakura, and Murakumo lost their parents too, just as I did. The very evil you defend took them all away. I can never let it happen again, not to anyone. I will stop at nothing to unify the world of shinobi. Oh Yumi, for my grandfather's wish, my wish, you have to die. I'm not dying for your wish, Yumi. Not until I master the path of shinobi. That power of yours, it's time for me to destroy it. Prepare yourself, Asuka. Let's go. Fucking domain expansion bullshit. Standing there menacingly. Fuck. I was just about to say some shit. One sec, I want to get another topic to talk about while we fight. Okay. So I was seeing like a girl like talking about how like there are some times where wearing a skirt short enough is even more embarrassing than like being naked, you know? Like, I don't know if this is true or not because I never wore a skirt, but like I saw a girl saying that, right? And it reminded me of like Momo Otaku, which was this like VTuber. And like I remember there was one stream when she was like, it was after her debut stream, for the people who like maybe wonder, like where she was showing off her model, right? And like at some point, like she noticed just how small the model's skirt was, you know? And she began to feel embarrassed, like because like she designed the model herself, but she never noticed just how like small the skirt actually was, right? And when she noticed like that it was pretty much 1 centimeter above her crotch, or it would be like if the character would be translated to like cosplay and etc., she began to feel really self-conscious and was like, okay, showcase is over. It was a fun moment in the stream. Okay. I remember playing this boss on hard to get the achievement for fully stripping someone and forgot how genuinely annoying it is. Cause like unless if I do the infinite, this boss is just intolerable. Like literally everything under the sun freezes you. Yeah, she has a really annoying gimmick. She got her Yumi's out. Does my dog have any idea that I can give her my Nutella sticks? I can't give, I'm guessing you mean. My Nutella sticks, because if she eats 10, she's going to fucking die. No, it's literally a dog. She doesn't have any idea. I never wore a skirt. Weird thing to reinforce to your audience. Whatever, man. I'm the rogue warrior. I don't need to deal with this shit. Why? No matter how much I attack, she keeps getting back up. As long as I have my conviction, the word defeat means nothing to me. I will unify the world of Shinobi. Till then, I cannot lose. Oh, actually, this reminds me of something. Did you notice that, like, Yumi wears her kimono, like, with her breasts out? She wears her kimono low. Like many things in Senrankagura, this actually is explained in universe, right? Like, you would think a girl as proper as Yumi would wear her kimono like normally, right? But she doesn't. She wears it like low, showing off her boobs. And like if you actually like read about her, like read her story, you know that she's actually pretty frustrated at that. She is a proper girl and would like to wear her kimono normally, but she, like most characters in Kagura, has such massive breasts that she literally can't. Like she needs to wear it like that because of how her body is like built, you know? It's a pretty funny but also very interesting explanation. And yeah, having a skirt so short that anyone can almost see your underwear would feel so embarrassing. Like, at least when you're naked, you visibly have nothing to hide, but having a short skirt makes it seem like there's actually still something to hide. You're going to try to hide it. Interesting. I thought she would just want to show off her mama, what her mama gave her. Lol. No, she's a proper girl, or she's supposed to be, you know? Like, so there needs to be an explanation for that. Just as I thought, you and me. Shiki, you got that unbending wheel thingy going on as always. You're like way tougher than me. I totally gave up back there. Not to worry, Shiki, I shall win for all of us. That's our big sis. Minori? Honestly, I don't know what's right anymore. Yozakura. So we're leaving it all up to you. Now, use your power. These are ninja art scrolls. Oh, okay, so now it's the final fight. Take all our dreams with you. Putting everything on you, Yumi. Whatever happens, we'll follow you. You've earned that from us. Everyone. Understood. I'll gladly borrow your power. To repay what we owe our grandfather. Such a bold girl. No, that's exactly the point. Like, she isn't bold. So that's what... Whatever, man. Being real, I just figured she couldn't change how her clothes were at all. Like this kind of thing where you transform, you can't change your clothes at all. Unless they get ripped off of you, of course. Man, I just realized why Yagyu fights with Hibari so much. She probably just does it to see. I don't have anything to say to that. It's because her boobs are too big. Whatever you say, Koji. Whatever, anyway. Even if it could cost my life. Forbidden technique. Cataclysmic force. Wait, what? Forbidden technique that gathers all the secret ninja arts of other shinobi into a single person. Incredibly dangerous to perform, as its extreme power severely damages the body. What is this? I unseal everything. Anger, sorrow, pleasure, joy, to forge this world. Asuka, I cannot lose, I cannot falter. Until we stand united. So much power is coming from Yumi. Nah, Big Peel, they couldn't. She's too popular. Asuka, you cannot be discouraged. Ikaruga, please take our ninja art scrolls. We come too far to back down. You lose now and I'll kick your ass and make you like it. You can win this battle. Asuka, the Gessen students are hurting. So please save them. You're the only one who can do it. Hibari. Alright, I'll borrow the power of the scrolls. Well now, equally strong, are we? Let's settle this battle with the strength of our wills. Here I come, Yumi. If it's a battle of wills, I can't lose. For justice's sake, I will not abide you. Damn, Big P, you really hate Yumi, don't you? Jesus. Do they ever bring back Ultimate Asuka? I'm pretty sure that happens in Steve-O. Like, pretty much every, like, what was I going to say? Yeah, pretty much every, like, faction leader gets an ultimate form in Steve-O versus. Yeah. Why do you think only Homura should have one? I lost? No, not yet. I can't give in. Yumi, stop. It's over. You can't fight anymore. Don't care what you think. My grandfather. I want to show him. Well, he's still alive. What? Grandfather, I will build your world for you, I promise, so please don't die, grandfather. I see. Yumi leans forward. I quickly reach out and catch her in my arms. Yumi, what did you mean? You said you wanted to show him while he's still alive. No, I'm not saying it's not cool. I never disagree with you, Big Pew. Let go of me. Yumi pushes me away and stumbles to her feet. Her cold eyes smolder with the embers of her spirits. Grandfather suffering from a terminal disease. He might not make it through the winter. Her lips quiver as she speaks. His condition has grown worse and worse since the start of this year. He is already bedridden. That's why we want to show him the world he's been dreaming of. Yumi looks back up at me with tears in her eyes. Her grandfather, who loved her in her parents' place, will die soon. Finally understand why she's so desperate for victory. If I were in her shoes, I don't think I would ever admit defeat. The Shinobi Battle Royale is over now, but we won't burn your school. What? It's what the five of us decided before the battle began. We confirmed with Master Kiria that declining our prize is not against the rules. Well, if you need us to light a fire, let's make a campfire on the school grounds together. A campfire? Yumi seems confused. Yeah, we'll all gather around it together, it will be fun. Yumi laughs bitterly, amazement in her eyes. It's the first time I see her smile. A wry smile, but it counts. Okay, I'm going to go get my friends. The stream is going to last around like an hour longer, Akira. Yeah. So, like, hopefully you have time to get back to it. I raise a hand and turn around. Wait. I look back at her and find her holding a katana. The look in her eyes is still fierce and determined, though she's struggling to stay on her feet. Asuka, you are a good person, I clearly see that now, but still, I cannot lose. Okay, bye for now, Akira. And thanks for watching up until this point. She's not a person who can wield a katana. If we both use katana, I would most likely win. I'm sure Yumi knows that too. But even if she knows it, she fights. She doesn't give up, no matter the odds. She's that kind of person. We keep this up, one of us will die. I don't care. My life for my grandfather's ambition. Yumi runs towards me with a death wish. I have no other choice but to raise my wakizashi. Yumi! Our weapons are just about to clash. This could be the end for one of us, but then... A large man appears in front of me, his back turned. A shinobi has placed himself between us. What? Yumi and I freeze at the same time. We almost cut down the man in the middle. That's enough, Yumi. For such a huge man, his voice is soft and strained. Grandfather, why? Grandfather, so he's Kurokage? Kurokage eases the katana out of her hands. You're such a fool. He rasps the words in a weak little voice, but when he holds her, his grip is like iron. I see big tears stream down from Yumi's eyes. Kurokage was bedridden, that's what Yumi said. He must have used all his strengths to be here for her. To be here for all the members of Gessen Academy. Well done, Asuka. My grandpa taps my shoulder lightly. Thanks. Leave the rest to me. Grandpa stares at Kurokage and Yumi with clear eyes. Kurokage. When Grandpa calls him, he turns around slowly. His face is pale, with countless scars. It's the face of a shinobi who has seen far too much death. Hanzo, I was... Kurokage, it seems you won the bet. Hearing Grandpa's words, Kurokage looks a bit surprised. There is a world where only good exists. Look in your arms. Grandpa points at Yumi, still in Kurokage's embrace. Okay, that's genuinely sweet. A single tear winds its way over to Kurokage's scars. For him, Yumi and her sisters are lights, shining brightly with no shadow. Looking at Yumi, Kurokage and Grandpa, I realize the battle is truly over now. By the way, you think Homura and the others are alright? Right after I asked that, someone slaps me hard in the back. Who do you think you're talking to? There's no way I'd ever lose. Homura! I turn around fast and see Homura, scarred all over but smiling. Big Pew, I get it, but like, don't ruin the moment. We rode right over then, and we're all safe and sound. Nice work! And with that out of the way, how about that showdown? As soon as she finishes saying that, she raises her katana. She looks ready right now. What? Wait a second. Not a chance. We just finished the fight of our lives. Let's at least take a bath first. A bath, huh? She thinks it over, then puts away her swords. Well, I could stand to wash off all the sweat, but... Homura jabs her finger at my face. My friends are coming with me. Why not? Let's all take a bath together. I won't even comment on that. Homura raises her arm, signaling to the others. Her friends wave back in the distance and come toward us. Looking closely, I see my friends running with them too. The more people you take a bath with, the more fun it gets. That sounds incredibly, I won't comment on it. And I come up with a brilliant idea. Hey Homura, do you mind if I invite the Gessen girls to come with us too? Homura gives me a double take. Then she starts chuckling and bursts into a laugh. Do whatever you want. As soon as I hear her answer, I run toward Yumi. How about you go invite the Happy Joe members, okay? Is this just going to be a whole... I can't even say that on YouTube, oh my god. You really don't care who your friends are, do you? Turn around and answer with a big, cheerful smile. Why should I? We're all shinobi, just the same. And yeah, I think to get the continuation, you need to get through Gessen's story. Friendship is magic ass ending. You know what? Yeah, fair. I can't even argue with that. Okay. Okay, now that this one is over, I want you guys to vote on which school we should do next. And we'll start that right in this stream. Which school story should we finish next? Yumi's voice actor is named Yumi? Cool, right? That's actually so funny. Probably Gessen. I'll leave you guys to decide that. Please vote there on which school we should do next. Okay, I know most people aren't really interacting with the stream now. But I really hope, and again, I don't discriminate, I don't think it's bad to be a lurker, but I'm going to ask the lurkers on stream right now to please vote, so we can get a proper poll. Just take a bit of time and vote on the poll, okay? Please. But yeah. While you guys vote and while the credits roll, I'm going to be... No way Happy Joe wins. Fuck my chat line. Hey, things are getting exciting. Like, people are voting, like, people are starting to vote, and like, it's getting, like, more competitive, essentially. Oh, wait. This is interesting. Like, while the credits roll, I want to discuss something with you. It's not really discuss, it's just that it's like something funny I found. So there's this, like, yaoi artist, right? And like, I found, okay. Let me see how I want to, like, tell this story. Yeah. So there's this yaoi artist that I found that, like, is very... I found very interesting what they do, right? Because, like, their account seems, very... like, fucking yaoi addiction. Why do I even say anything? Anyway, their account seems very confused. Because the reason I found them is because, like, they have a very lewd, like, female model, right? They're explicitly, like, yaoi artist, right? She only posts yaoi art, but she has not only a female model, but a very, like, sexualized female model, like, with pretty much senrankagura level, like, boobs and, like, enormous butts. And she has, like, a really tight, really small shirt with a boob window and, like, some booty shorts on her model. I'm sorry, I can't provide you the name. I'm going off a memory that's at this point like half a decade old. I'm sorry. But, like, and so, like, it's very weird going through her account because, like, you will be, like, scrolling through her posts and it will be like, yaoi. Oh, a post of her, because she has, like, a 3D model, right? Full body 3D model. And so you go through, like, yaoi art, and then a post of, like, her model shaking her ass. And then you go through yaoi art, and then, like, a post of her in, like, a minuscule swimsuit. And then, like, yaoi art. And I saw that and I was like, girl, who are you trying to appeal to? Like, exclusively bisexuals? Because, like, those posts that you make, they feel like they have two very different appeals. Like, I'm not saying that she should have, like, necessarily a male model or anything like that, but, like, if she's going to have, like, a female model, like, it could be a more, like, modest model, you know, to keep her audience consistent. Like, I don't get why she would get, like, a very lewd female model if all she draws is yaoi arts. Like, what appeal are you going for? You know, I just don't get it. A lewd woman drawing gay sex rather than... She's so bisexual to me. So yeah, I just saw that and I thought it was kind of weird. Not in the sense that, oh, she shouldn't do that. It's just the sense that, like, the appeal of the account just seems a bit confused. And yeah, the poll right now is like a perfect... No, fuck. No, goddammit, I didn't want to... Whatever. It was pretty much done anyway. So, yeah, pretty much we have a 50-50 here of Gessen and Habijo. So I'm just going to throw a coin, to be fair. Like, all this just for me to throw a coin anyway. Let's go. Okay, Gessen wins. Before we continue, let me like okay. Yeah, okay. We're going to talk about this a bit later. And this I think is better saved for like another stream. Sorry kids, but this was your fate from the start. I always get what I want because I'm rich. Anyway, it is a fair, calm February day. The grassy hill has withered in the cold, but as I climb to the top, I see the sun set behind the mountains. I look back at the others, Murakumo, Yozakura, Shiki, and Minori, all walking behind me. The sun's golden glow warms their faces. Oh Yumi, did you bring the strawberry daifuku? Minori looks into my bag. Of course, I would never forget to bring grandfather's favorites. My bag is full to bursting with strawberry daifuku, rice paste formed into small cakes and filled with strawberries and cream. The large, succulent fruits completely overwhelm their pale white coverings, ready to spill out at any moment. Oh, wait, I have something to announce here today. What an idiot. I'm going to go more into it in the proper community post announcement, but next week we're going to have another senrankagura stream. This is guaranteed. Next Saturday, this Saturday we're playing Little Witch Nobeta, but next Saturday it's guaranteed senrankagura. When grandfather first took ill and fell bedridden, strawberry daifuku became his main source of sustenance. That doesn't sound healthy. But he loves them, and I'm certain he will be pleased to see how many we bought for him today. It's been a real long time since we came and saw Grandpa, huh? Oh yeah, I have another announcement. Next week will also be Nikkei week. So we're going to have a Nikkei stream on Thursday and a Nikkei stream on Sunday. And on the next stream on Sunday, on the Little Witch Nobeta stream, we're also going to be at the end pulling for Marciana if she has already been released. We're going to be pulling for her after we're done with that game. Done in the sense of we're done playing for the day. I don't think we'll complete it on Saturday. So yeah, those are all the announcements I wanted to make. Maybe he's bedridden because of his diet. Could be. He's pretty old, you know. It's been a real long time since we came and saw Grandpa, huh? Minori has a big smile on her face as she says this. Yes, it has. The shinobi world calls my grandfather Kurokage a legendary good shinobi, devoted to the abolishment of evil. The five of us come from good shinobi families. We all lost our parents to the conflict between good shinobi and evil shinobi. Grandfather raised us as good shinobi and enrolled us in Gessen Girls Academy. To pay our debts to him, we all trained harder than anyone and became the school's elites. Almost there. Come along now. Grandfather is waiting for us at the bottom of the hill. We're so excited to see him that we almost start running. But at that very moment, now the true lolicon comes in. We will hear a wild laugh from somewhere. There's a strong sense that someone's behind us, so we all turn around and see an old man in a sushi chef's outfit. As if on instinct, we quickly ready ourselves for battle. This man is not what he appears to be. For a small figure, he radiates an enormously powerful aura. Who are you? Me? I'm Hanzo. Hanzo. As soon as I hear the name, my blood starts boiling. I know without looking that the others all feel the same way. Hanzo. Anyone who wants to be a shinobi knows his name. Ordinary shinobi students might kneel before him right here. But for us, kneeling before this man is not an option. Over and over, grandfather told us about Hanzo. That he was considered grandfather's destined rival. What is your business with us? I was bored. Thought I'd go looking for someone to play with. He winks with a smile and disappears. The moment after I lose sight of him, unseen hands grab my breast from behind. Ooh, wow, these are great. Before I can even react, Hanzo slips around me again. You insolent degenerate! I try to attack him with my elbow, but he quickly steps back. Do you know you just insulted Gessen's elite? Of course I do, I just wanted to see what elite boobs felt like. Oh my god, this guy. Hanzo opens and closes his hands repeatedly, then vanishes again. Everyone be on your guard. We scan our surroundings for any sight of him. I'm here. We turn around the voice and see him behind Murakumo. Easy, squeezy, nice and pleasing. He needs Murakumo's breast as she stands there stunned. I've always wanted to grow up a mute pacifist in an ogre, man. I don't think she's a pacifist. That is enough. Also, that's very specific. I tried to hit him, but he disappears yet again. Oh, I wouldn't want to leave you out, either of you. Hanzo appears behind Yozakura this time. He reaches out and grabs her breasts. The hell are you trying to pull? Oh, you talk in your native dialect when you get mad, huh? Wow, keep talking. I don't know, man. She attacked him this is self-defense. No, I'm not saying it's not self-defense. I'm just saying that in general, she's not a pacifist. He does the same thing to Shiki. And to Minori. He gropes us one after another. We try to fight back, but he moves so fast that we can't even follow his movements with our eyes. You coward! You disgusting, disgusting man, and you dare call yourself a shinobi? When I yell that, he finally stops. Well, that was just uncalled for. My brother in... See what I mean about perverted protagonist? Whatever. He's not the protagonist, but you get my point. Anyway, grandfather warned us all about you. You call yourself a good shinobi, yet you are content to let evil flourish. You are nothing more than a despicable pervert. We were born and raised to slaughter men like you with the light of our purity. While I speak, he moves his mouth restlessly, like a cow chewing cud. Is he truly the rival my grandfather spoke of? I mean, he is like literally beating all your asses, so I'd imagine so. Well, your light hasn't stopped me yet, and I don't know how pure you can really call yourselves at this point. He's still moving his mouth. Is he eating something? Not a little closer, I see white powder around his mouth. Yumi, is he eating what I think he's eating? Oh my god, he really stole like Kurokage's food, like this bastard. At Minori's prompting, I slowly, hesitantly peer into my bag. What? How did he? My bag is empty. God, he ate them all. What a prick. Light of their purity, a streak. Anyway, Hanzo's been munching on our grandfather's strawberry daifuku. Give them back. Please, just give them back. I think they're all in his belly. I'm sorry. Can't, I ate them. He shrugs. I get so angry my blood feels like it's flowing backwards. You've gone too far, Hanzo. Fight with me. I take on a dueling stance. He stands there and scratches his ear. Nah, it wouldn't be fair. Pissed or not, you wouldn't stand a chance. My granddaughter Asuka, she ought to be enough for you. God, the sheer humiliation, man. Your granddaughter? Yep, she's a second-year Hanzo Academy. Tell you what, you beat her, you go ahead and I fight you. With a long, loud yawn, he disappears. Is he the rage bait god? Apparently so. I bite my lip. Hard. Never before have I felt so humiliated. I'm too embarrassed to see my grandfather. Come everyone, we should go home for the day. My voice cracks as I say it. They all think it over, then give me a small nod. When we return to the ninja room in our school, we find our master, Wang Pai, meditating there. A mysterious teacher at Gessen Girls Academy. Wang Pai is an old man with a long beard. Despite his age, he is all muscle. He can still move like a top-class shinobi. He trains as hard as he can to make us stronger. Welcome back. He doesn't move and he keeps his eyes closed, but he goes on talking in between deep breaths. Order came down from school. They want you wage Shinobi Battle Royale. I know a bit about the Shinobi Battle Royale from class. It is a classic challenge passed down in Shinobi schools. Elite Shinobi students challenge an equal amount of elite students from another school, then both sides fight for the school's survival. The winning school burns the losing school to the ground. Harsh, I suppose, but that is the tradition. First things first, you need to pick a target. I'd say Hebijo. I understand. Hebijo Clandestine Girls Academy is a breeding ground for evil shinobi, which we have sworn to destroy. It seems we have a golden opportunity. Everyone quickly comes to agree. Finally, we have orders to battle evil shinobi, or do we? An idea slips into my mind. The order only says to declare Shinobi Battle Royale. It doesn't specify against which school. Master, is it possible to wage a Shinobi Battle Royale on Hanzo Academy? Wang Pai looks a bit surprised at that question. He nods back with his eyes closed, lost in thoughts. Master, please. Wang Pai opens his eyes wide. Had I startled him? I suppose you won't master the path of the shinobi by playing nice with others all the time. Does that mean rules do allow fighting other good shinobi in Shinobi Battle Royale, so go in with everything you got. I give him a nod of appreciation. Well then, we'll go after Hanzo Academy. Elites, prepare yourselves. She's so petty! I mean, I wouldn't call being... Well, to be fair, like, she is going to burn down, like, the granddaughter's school for what the grandfather did. So, yeah, that is pretty petty now that I think about it, yeah. Yeah! The determined voices bring us together. Hanzo, as you wish, I'll crush your beloved granddaughter. Weren't they talking about, like, showing their grandfather? Oh no, it's because if they lose, they can't be shinobi anymore, so... okay, so the two stories do interlap. It's not like one is negating the other, okay. And, you will be next. Prepare to wash down those strawberries with your infinite ocean of wrath. Every light casts a shadow, yet within the depths of that shadow there is a light. Yin and yang, good and evil, light and dark, the balance of those elements is what keeps the world in harmony. And those who live as shinobi must not disturb that balance. Or so they say, but evil can easily consume good, and good can fall to evil. Our elders treat the principle of balance like a sacred commandment, but I believe that balance was corrupt long ago. Now it's little more than a decorative hollow concept, a flimsy shield against the obvious truth. Have never seen evil turn good, never seen light in the darkness, not once in my entire life. The story I weave is about our own fight to protect the good in the world, about a lifelong struggle against the darkness, the name of a better tomorrow. A world where everyone can always be happy and safe. That is our dream. Oh, hello Akira. We're probably going to be finishing today. That would be both incredibly hilarious and a bit tragic, Big Pew. Like, imagine dying because of something... well, actually, that is pretty common, unfortunately. Her walk cycle is kinda funny. You think so? Personally, I just find it normal, but I will give it another look and see if I agree with you. Let me just finish like buying everything, and then we're going to continue, okay? And while we do, I'm going to drink a bit of water. God, we got a lot of new clothes, didn't we? Jesus. Well, I guess we need something to spend all this money on. Okay, and now, as always, we go to the lingerie lottery. What a name. Humble bragging. Oh yeah, totally. Where did you get that so-called facts, Big Pew? That seems like just a delusion on your part. You say what a name, but I bet woman would go crazy for it. What do you mean? Why would... Why... Do you have any reason to believe that, evil bookman? I made it a... Okay. Motherfucker. But seriously, can you elaborate on what you said, evil bookman? I can't imagine why that would be the case. But yeah, while we do this, like, I wanted to talk about, like, some... Because gambling... Okay. What was I going to say? Do the amount of money affects the rates? Yes, it does. Like, if you put in more money, it does affect the rates, but, I just don't want to, you know? Like, it's more fun this way. But yeah, what I wanted to talk about is like a cope I've seen. Like, I think we've already discussed this, but some people really want to like certain characters, but don't want to admit that they're lolicons, right? And sometimes it's not even just like, oh, they're aunties or anything like that. It's just that some people don't see themselves as lolicons, and like they only like specific lolis. So they don't want to go full in and like identify like that, but they still like some characters like that. I saw an artist specifically who was saying like that he like didn't like have a problem with lolicon, but he didn't identify himself as one. And then, like, someone pointed out, oh, but didn't you say you were a fan of, like, Ilia? And not even, like, Fate Stay Night Ilia, like, Prisma Ilia, like, version of Ilia. And, like, he said that, like, yeah, not even like Fate Stay Night, like Prisma Ilia's version of Ilia, which is definitely a loli. And he was explaining that, like, oh no, but she has like some curves, right? She isn't like most lolis, which are like completely flat. Like, if you see her body, like she does have a couple of curves, you know. So I personally don't see her as lolly because of her proportions. And I was like, sure, buddy, sure. Like the cope is strong with this one, you know. It was funny. But like, if there was an even funnier one that I saw. That was someone who not only was in the same situation, but the lolly he specifically liked was Jack the Ripper, like the version from Fate Apocrypha, right? Which is like the lolliest lolly to have ever lolly, because she's literally like supposed to be the amalgamation of like tons of like the spirits of various children, right? And he was like coping so hard, saying, "Oh no, she's made of the amalgamation of a bunch of like children, but she isn't herself a child. Like she's more of a like a ruthless assassin." He had this whole like fan fiction for like personality for her to not admit that she was a lolly, you know. Like dude was coping hard because he wanted to like Jack the Ripper, but didn't want to be a lolicon. It was so funny. Bruh, he couldn't just say she's just one lolly. I think the logic makes sense if you like one character in particular, but he had to word it like that. They always have their excuses. They can't ever just admit, oh no, but I just like one lolly, you know. Fun fact: in Strange Fate, Lolly Jack briefly appears in Berserker Jack's Noble Phantasm. Oh, cool. Let me see if I have another topic to talk about. Okay. Oh, okay, I have a funny story to tell. Well, funny to me, it wasn't funny to the person. Like, my dad is like a teacher, right? A university professor. And like, he was applying a test, and like, like in the middle of the test, like, someone's mom just entered the class, and my dad was about to tell her off, but then she said to her daughter, like, "Oh, I know you're doing the test, but just to warn you, your dad died in a car crash." And like, that shocked the daughter so much from just hearing that during a test that she just passed out right then and there. You know? And like, as people were taking her to the infirmary after that shocking, literally shocking revelation, because the mom wasn't kidding, she just said that flippantly. Like the other students like asked my dad like, "Oh, so that means that the test is cancelled for today, right?" And like he said, "What? No, her dad died. Yours didn't. Like you continue the test." So like they delayed the test for that student specifically, obviously to in understanding of her like situation, but everyone else, nah, you do that today. Like your dad didn't die, you can do the test. It's funny in a very fucked up way, you know. Damn, your dad is ruthless. Yeah, her walking cycle is kind of funny. Subtle. Did the people who helped her get an extension? Oh no, like, I'm not saying that some students carried her to the infirmary. Like, I'm saying staff did it. Anyway, they did a Tamamo 9 thing with his NP, where his shadows tease what kind of appearance Jack would have under different classes, but you only see the shadows of them. Interesting. Okay. We have a little time, so what we're going to be doing is Shinobi Girl's Hearts. And I'll let you guys, like, choose. Like, we can do specifically, like, one Shinobi Girl's Heart, so, and then we're going to end stream. So I'll let you guys choose which one. They put all their money into jiggle physics and let everything else be animated by a team ward. Hey, come on, don't say that. The other animations are good too. Okay, what else? Murakumo. Okay, we have little time. We'll be doing like Shinobi Girls. What do you mean? Anyway. Do you have Peach Beach Splash or whatever it's called? I do. I do have like Shinobi versus like Steve-O versus and Peach Beach Splash. I think I have another one, but I'd have to check. And obviously I can buy some of the other ones on Steam later on. But actually when we're done with Senrankagura, and like we're going to be progressing through it more like consistently. Again, I'm going to talk about it in the announcement. But yeah, after we're done with like Shinobi Versus, we're actually not progressing to another like Senrankagura. We're progressing to another game that someone has been requesting for a while. Okay? So, just warning you guys. Take this, Murky's Secret Ninja Art, Shiki Soku ZX. I dodged Shiki's attack by inches. I jump back and look around, but can't find her anywhere. Where is she? Right over here. Shiki sneaks around behind me before I notice. Her secret ninja art was a decoy. Why did you have to say that, Akira? God damn it. Since this is only training, I'm still alive. Had it been an actual fight, I would be dead for sure. You've become very skilled, Shiki. When I try to turn around, light floods into my eyes. Yoink! Shiki has stolen my ogre mask. What are you doing? Don't worry, you'll be fine without it. Just give it back to me, please. I hide my face with both my hands as I approach her. I can't be seen without the mask. It's too embarrassing. Shiki dodges me easily, while pulling out her phone and calling someone. Hey, Yozak. Yeah, totally. Hey, I'm going to bring over something super awesome, okay? I'm going to have to research how to do that, actually. As soon as she hangs up, she turns and starts running. No, wait! I chase after her desperately. If I don't get that mask back, I'll die of shame. I'm pretty sure she would, Big Pew. Like, given her character, I'm pretty sure she would. You removed the mask to activate the domination loss tag. Good idea, honestly. I wonder if someone's made a doujin like that. Oh, actually, this reminds me. The only doujin I've ever seen of Senrankagura was one where, like, it was a pretty It was a pretty interesting one where like Mirai becomes some sort of like pimp, right? And she recruits Yomi to like trick Ikaruga into like selling herself, you know? They like kinda knock her out and put her in a bikini to essentially be a prostitute. And sorry, but I don't have like numbers. Wait, what the fuck? She's a pimp? In the doujin she is. Please find the source. I want it really bad to read that. I will do so at some point later. But now I need to pay attention because I actually have like a low level. And so I actually need to pay attention to, or like I'm going to actually lose, you know? Since I don't think there are any items in this stage. Okay, I think I'm going to lose this one. God damn it. Oh god, I dodged it. How did I dodge it? Oh my god, oh god, fucking hell. God damn it. Okay, time to try this again. That dog attack is pretty cool. A lot of attack animations in this game are pretty cool. That's why I was like arguing with Piu that like the other animators aren't from Timu, you know? Okay, I need to be mindful. Oh god, she does so much damage. I really need to be careful if I want to live. Okay. Okay. To like make no, I need to transform. Let me see if there's something else to talk about. We actually went through quite a few topics today. I'm actually pretty happy. Because this kind of compensates because like on the last stream we didn't talk about like any topics. So it was nice to kind of compensate by talking about this many today, you know? Okay, Again, I'll like try to find it for you later, Big Pill. Don't worry. The problem is that I don't really have any topics, you know? Yeah, I do have some topics to talk about, but they're all pretty extensive, and I feel like it would be better to talk about them when we have more time and when I'm a bit better, you know? So, do you guys have anything you would like to talk about? Any topics you would maybe like to share so we can discuss? Because I generally like don't have anything anymore. I literally, again, it was a good string because it helped to compensate for it. But on the bad side, you could say, I literally don't have any more topics to talk about. Like, we compensated way too hard for that other string this time, you know? Honestly, the only thing I can think of is John Smith power scaling. Not exactly who would win against John Smith, because nobody does, but who would be the first to go down. The problem with John Smith is that, like, he's kind of a cheat character. Like, if the character he's going up against is, like, a woman, then he just pretty much wins instantly, outside of some very specific cases, you know? But, like, if the character is a man, and he has, like, any form of superpowers, like, he isn't, like, a normal human, or even he is, but particularly, like, skilled, or strong normal human, so he's kind of a cheat character in that sense. Like, if he wins, essentially depends on his opponents due to how his abilities work, or at least how we see them work. Maybe he could have some other ability, because we know that he completed like a singularity by himself, right? So maybe he has other abilities outside of what he's showing in the doujin that could let him win against male characters. But, like, in general, if John Smith wins, kind of depends on his opponent, you know? Anyway, like an order list. Not a bad question, actually. Which hentai protag is the strongest? Oh, I just remembered one. Your favorite low-tier god rents. Okay, to make a specific... I don't know if I could make a specific list, but there's one I have in my mind right now. There's a rant that he did where like some dude said, "Oh no, you got shit on in this game," right? Like, to say that he got like cooked, to say that he lost hard, you know? And then he said this whole story about how, oh yeah, I'm going to try to recreate for you guys. Like, oh yeah, I did get shit on. I did get shit on. You know, let me tell you how. Like, when your dad was outside the house, your mom invited me, and she said that she would pay me $1,000 if I did whatever she wanted. And I was like, oh, okay, bet. And so I arrived at her house, and she immediately like pulled me in and like threw me in a bathtub. And she then blindfolded me, and I was like, okay, we're doing something in the bathtub, okay. And then she started shitting all over me. And I was like, oh, what the hell? And as she shat on me, she started throwing the money. And like, as soon as she was done, I washed up my face and walked away from there with $1,000. So yeah, I did get shit on, bitch ass nigga. Get that ass banned. Like, and that was supposed to be a roast. Like, he really thought he got that guy. That he, like, oh, I showed him by telling him a story of his mother shitting on him. That guy is genuinely insane. Oh, he probably has a long list of those, lol. I really do. Like, I have a... It's not a whole, like, low tier god playlist, but it's a whole, like, in my haha funny playlist that I showed you guys, there's a lot of low tier gods. Oh, I just remembered another one. Let me try to recreate it for you guys as well. Jesus Christ, they took that much health. I barely even had time to react. Anyway, what was I going? Oh yeah. Oh my god, dude, like, whatever. I just need to lock in. What was I talking about? Okay, but yeah. Let me try to recreate his, like, unhinged rant for you guys. Oh yeah. And when the Europeans came on the ships and saw those, like, African asses bouncing and titties jiggling, like National Geographic, like, they was blown away. Like, never seen bodies like that until they landed in Africa. Like, they never seen big ass, big black cheeks, like, bouncing as they run across the golden fields of wheat. Never seen that before. So yeah, that's another one of my favorites from him. Okay. Do you prefer Tanya from the manga or from the anime, art style wise? I never read the manga. I just know of the light novel Tanya, the one that the art style they use for the light novel, and the one that they use for the anime. I didn't see the like Saga of Tanya the Evil like manga. John versus Straps. Honestly, that could be like an interesting matter. Like how will his powers work against Straps? Like, would they be like a stealth counter to him? That's actually interesting. Manga Tanya is cuter. I'm going to have to believe you on that. Maybe Kyria beats John Smith. Haven't heard this one before. How the fuck did he think of that? Low tier scat fetish. Kind of getting into comments again. Was it aware that DC also had their own Gwenpool in the form of Superboy Prime? Although he isn't quite from the real world like her. People talk about me using the N-word. Dude has kind of a traumatic story. Low tier away. Imagine the duo of the century. Low tier god versus Dracula. What's high tier mainstream anime to a low tier obscure anime? The manga Tanya has a similar art style to the novel. Oh, okay. Then I prefer the anime. Like, the novel's art style is like made by like a guy that I'm pretty sure he said himself that he hates moe. So like I kind of prefer the anime's art style simply because like it doesn't have that edge of oh no I hate moe that the light novel does. LT, you do know that low tier god already like roasted like Peg God, right? Like I'm pretty sure low tier god like roasting his height is like actually the reason why Peg God kinda fell off. So that actually already happened, Big Q. I hate moe. I also hate water, bread, and anything colored blue. Oh shit, you're right, it did happen. I gotta see this. I'm pretty sure what happens is that he roasted like Peg God's height. So he said something like, nah, you know what? I'm going to let you watch it. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I said it's similar, not for the same artist. Plus, that light novel artist kinda got mixed wires in his head because he made Tanya pretty as fuck. Okay. He's definitely more in the manga. Again, I'm going to go research all this later. But anyway. Lotia God didn't even have to try, he just said he was sure. You know what's the funniest part? Bad God could have easily just shrugged off that insult, like, because whenever I found that whenever people say, oh, you're short, like, as an insult, because, like, I am an actual manlet in real life, right? So I found out that whenever people try to use that as an insult, the best weapon you have is just admitting to it, because, like, what else are you going to do? Just say, like, oh yeah, I am pretty short. Like, I'm 5 foot, actually, I don't think I'm even 5 foot, I'm maybe like 4'9", something like that. Like, you just diminish it, you make it clear to the person saying that you don't care, you know? That's the best way to counter that kind of insult. At least that's how I found to be the best way to, stop people insulting your height. Is just to kinda own up to it and cannot be ashamed of it. So I do think that Pack God, like, could have easily, like, brushed that off if he just, well, didn't care, you know? But what do you guys think? O cara é mais baixo que ladrão de mentir. Boa, boa. Eu gostei dessa. Oh, I think that would work in general, but not against low tier god. Mais baixo que ladrão de mendigo, essa foi muito boa. Oh, one thing that I wanted to tell you guys. Like, you know the discussion stream we're going to be having, like the podcast that's going to happen this week? I'm pretty sure, like, if things go correctly, like, everyone should be able to participate. Like, me and Ludity, like Regios, Kodokunasu, everyone should be able to attend it if things go well. So, what I want to do is, like, because all of us are from, like, different countries, right? I'm pretty sure Ludity is American, Kodokunasu is obviously, like, Polish, and Regios is Spanish. So, what I want us to do is have a segment where, like, it turns into Tower of Babel, you know? Everyone speaks their own native tongue instead of we all speak in English, and we try to, like, understand each other. So I'm going to be speaking, like, Portuguese for, like, a minute, And then like Regis is going to be speaking Spanish, I imagine, and Kodokunasu is going to speak like his made-up language. All while only in Ludity like keeps talking in English. Should be funny. Again, it's just going to be for a minute, but like it should be pretty cool. He probably come up with some story about how he sees you as a woman and would break into your house with big black hooded man and rape. Oh god, he would totally do that. Oh god. Oh, alluded to you. When was the last time he was on the channel? He's been pretty busy, so it's been like a couple of months. Also, wait, have you talked about the new trailer for Jimoto Psycho anime? No, I didn't see it. I'm gonna have to research about that later. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that anime. That sounds late, actually. You guys should try an argument like that, where you guys choose a topic and argue in your own languages. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. Like, it's going to be like, for a minute, just a minute, we try to understand each other, only talking in our own languages. It could be funny. And yeah, this stream is certainly going on for longer than I expected. We're definitely like ending it after this. Tower of Babel stream. Now it just needs to play like a friend slop game and it will turn to a normie channel. No, it's not going to be like a whole stream. It's just going to be like a minute, like I said. He's talking about the lollies doing drugs like show. Okay. I'm not going to watch that one. That too, I don't know if it's the same show or if it's like they're different. But there's one anime with like lollies doing drugs, and there's one anime with like a cat girl doing drugs. And frankly, I'm not interested in either of them. Just seems like the same kind of bullshit of like, oh, it looks cutesy, but it's actually like all fucked up that I am just completely tired of at this point. Like, I'm not doing that. That could be pretty interesting, honestly. It would be a pretty interesting situation. No, it's two different shows. Okay, I am not interested in either of them. Orchestrated babble. How did you even do that? Like if you, it's not that difficult. If you're in the air, like, and you are, like, and the two of you start, like fighting in the air, that just naturally happens. Like, this isn't like some super niche thing. Like, as long as you like start trading blows in the air, that effect occurs. Jimoto Psycho apparently has a pretty good manga too, and the story doesn't seem like just haha drugs. I'm not saying that it is. Like, I'm not saying that, oh, I think it's going to be so bad, blah blah blah, etc. Like, I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I'm just saying that I'm tired of the concept, you know? It's not a thing of, oh no, I think it's going to be bad. Like, from what all I've seen, apparently both are pretty good. A lot of people are excited for them. The thing is that I personally am just tired of this concept. So I'm just not going to be watching. Like, maybe they're good, but I'll leave it for like other people to uh like enjoy them. You know? Also, is this Japanimation drug era now? There's 3 shows about smoking. Oh damn. Well, one of them is like more normal than the others. Like smoking is just kind of a part of it, but I can see your point. Anyway, I grab my mask back from Shiki just as she collapses. As it should be. My face is restored. I live again. I slap the mask back on. It envelops my face like a warm blanket. Ah, boo, you really do look cuter without it, you know? What could she possibly mean by that? I'm not cute at all, and if I had walked around thinking I were cute, that would only embarrass me more in the end. Stop flattering me. The word cute holds no meaning for me. Yeah, except it totally does. You're like so cute, seriously. I'm not. Yeah, still cute. Actually, I don't know when it's going to be exactly, but like I'll be making the I decided that I'm going to make the like video suggestions react slop before the Blue Archive memes react slop. So like whenever I do put out the community post, you can recommend the like video there instead, you know? Yeah, still cute. I refuse to listen to this. Who's cute? You're cute. Silence. Our pointless argument finally ends when we both stop and sigh. We look at each other and burst into a laugh. Sheesh, Murky, you're like totally stubborn. No, you are stubborn. For some reason, we both find that hilarious, and we go on laughing for a long while. She does have a good point. She does have one good point. What girl, even a shinobi, doesn't like being called cute? If she insists on it that much, maybe she's not entirely wrong. Shiki. I appreciate your encouragement, to be honest. I was happy. Knowing Japan's strict regulations against snow, it really surprised me that they allowed an anime like Jimoto Psycho to exist. A lot of people think that, like, anime is like a reflection of Japan. It absolutely isn't. Like, Japan is really strict with a lot of things, and like in ways that anime is not. Like, anime is kind of a escape for a lot of Japanese people, a place where they can live or where they can go to not have as many restrictions, you know? So I think that it completely makes sense, actually. I reach up and nudge my mask to the side, just a little bit. Just enough to let her see me blushing, my blushing, trembling smile. Oh, isn't she adorable? Got it, boss. Okay. Oh wait, I just realized I changed accounts. Teto does it so seamlessly that, like, they don't even notice. Imagine this, you tune into OA's new react slop. The screen is black for about 5 minutes until you hear some ruffling. The camera turns on and obscure anime lolly greets you, telling you that... The hell? What kind of fanfiction is he writing now? Who will proceed to breed lolly prostitute obscure anime in front of all his goals. What the fuck? Of course, anime is not a reflection of Japan. Do people really think people go out there with colorful hair in high schools? Not that, but a lot of people, like, I don't know if this is as common, but like there were some people I've seen that thought that, like, at least a couple of things, especially from like more slice of life anime, where like what Japan was like, you know? What? I thought Japan actually had ninjas that strip off their clothes. I want to go there just for that. I know, bro. Thanks for ruining my dream, nerd. And we disconnected again. Well, not that it matters too much, since the stream's pretty much like going to end now. School is really lax in SOL. What? Oh, slice of life. Ah, okay. Yeah, and it absolutely is not like that in actual Japan. Oh yeah. Remember how I said that we're going to have a Nikkei week, and that I'm going to be like talking more about it on the announcement community post? Yeah, I'm going to elaborate on it a bit more. Like, while we're going to be pulling on the like Nobeta stream, we're actually going to be playing like, and I'm going to put that in the thumbnail. Like, both of the Nikkei streams for like next week are going to be me playing the new beach event. And like, I want to do actually like a marathon of gacha games, of playing the like new and old beach events for like a while. We're going to have a lot of streams in the future playing gacha game beach events, both on the archives and the ones going on right now. Anyway, honestly, I've seen some people think that they would be happier if they lived in Japan, but I don't see it. I'm glad I'm from where I'm from. I like my freedom of speech and all. The new game anime gets it surprisingly realistic towards the end of season 1, when most of it is such happy-go-lucky idealized version of a game developer's workspace. I think they even acknowledge, like, for like the more idealized parts, how things are in reality. So yeah, it's a pretty good anime in that aspect, and in general too. I love new game. And it's true that anime is basically an escape for many Japanese people. Living in Japan sucks, according to the netizens. Anime is basically one of the few escapes. Is what I heard as well. But yeah. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, perfect. Okay. God, this stream was almost like 4 hours long. Like, this really went on a lot longer than I expected it to. I mean, it is. I won't disagree with you. I have a lot of fun playing this game, especially because like it's not that story heavy. Like, a lot of sections just pure gameplay, and so we can talk about like a lot of topics on stream. Like, it pretty much just turns into like a discussion stream. Like with the Cry of Fear streams too, whenever I'm not too tired, you know? That's why I like playing games like these. It's just that sometimes like they allow for so much like discussion that like we run out of topics like we did today. Anyway. But yeah, I know that you guys are having like a cool discussion right now, but I'm going to have to end things for today. Let me just get caught up, and then we're going to stop stream. I will never understand people who want to permanently live in Japan. Like, there are so many bullshit laws I wouldn't survive. Same here. Is Senrankagura streamer slop? Etchis. Why are you people like this? Have you ever heard the no modding your consoles? Thank God the companies that lobby in America lobby about stealing money from schools and shit instead of fucking with my modded consoles. For real, Toei is still getting involved in scandals to this day. Last year we had another case of girls getting harassed during the production Kamen Rider shows. Anyway,